to play that much of a factor, at least in the 2 games that we've done here in the playoffs.
It'll be
Dan Bontrager, Keith Kane, Jeff Duncan, Patrick.
South Winn getting the football first, defending the goal to our right. Warrior football brought to you by Wilchin Construction, providing crushed rock, large aggregate, bedding lime, decorative landscape, boulders, excavation services for farm, home, and businesses for over 69 years in Wenatchee County. Wilchin Construction in Kelmer. Rock on, Warriors. State Bank wishes to congratulate the South Winn Warrior football team on their winning season. Good luck in the postseason from all your friends at State Bank. Community-minded, customer-focused, member FDIC.
Kicking off for the Wolverines.
Jackson
Backbeat for the Warriors.
Leggy will kick off from left to right. Football will be teed up on the left or far side hash mark. Ben Meyer, Trayton Jacobson, and Jordan Romas back deep for the South Winn Warriors. Here we go with Class 1A quarterfinal football on FM 100.5 KDEC FM, as well as KDEC Radio.net. Here is the approach by Leggy and the kick coming down to the near side. It comes to Meyer along the sideline at the 24, running to his right, and he'll get covered up near the 29-yard line. So good job of directional kicking by the Wolverines, and it's 1st and 10 from the Warriors from that point.
Yeah, not wanting to put the ball in the hands of, I think, Romas again that time, Darren. We've seen that pretty much throughout the playoffs. Obviously, it's been well documented by us. Jordan, 4 kick returns on the season. 3 of them have gone for touchdowns.
The only one that didn't was against Dike New Hartford. Logan Schweinefus is the quarterback. He was only 2 of 5 for 5 yards against Dike New Hartford the first time. Carson Lensing, Jordan Romas to the right side, Ben Meyer off to the left. Schweinefus in the shotgun, Hageman and Clave on either side of his hip. Give to Ryan Hageman, right side, looks for a gap. He's hit near the 29 and covered up near the 31 on the far or right side hash mark. It was Connor Ragsdale, the man that brought him down.
A little bit of misdirection tried that time with the motion there, Darren, but they just give to Hageman off that right side. But Dike New Hartford doing a good job. The linebacking core really coming down and filling in those empty gaps.
2nd and 8 will be from the 31-yard line. Warriors right to left in the first quarter. Clave to the left, Romas to the right. 2 tight ends. Schweinefus in the pistol with Hageman behind him. Schweinefus takes the snap, and the give is to Trayton Jacobson. Slips a defender across the 35, brought down between the numbers and the hash mark on the near side at the 37-yard line. The tackle credit on the play will go to Connor Newroth.
Defender on the near side over-pursued that time, but give credit to Jacobson for sticking his foot in the ground, making a good hard cut. Nonetheless, not able to pick up the first down, so a big 3rd and short early in the ballgame for South Winn.
1:15 into the game, no score. 3rd down 2 from the Warrior 37. Pistol set with Hageman, Clave, and Schweinefus. Receivers left and right. Pitch to Ryan left side with Schweinefus blocking. He runs to the 40, gets to the sideline 50. Needs a block at the 40. Near side numbers to the 30 and brought down. Tackled at the Dike New Hartford 28-yard line. Carter Bixby, the man that brought him down. A 35-yard gain for Ryan Hageman.
Well, the execution at the point of attack was great that time, Darren. Got everyone blocked right at the line of scrimmage, and then once he got to the second level, just had loads of green space to use, and he took advantage.
1st and 10, 28-yard line, 2 receivers left. Pistol set with Hageman, Clave, and Schweinefus left hash. Give is to Trayton Jacobson, finds a gap off the right side, runs inside the 25, and finished off near the 23-yard line. Finished off on the play by, I believe it was Jake Sonnenberg. It is a gain of 5 yards.
And for South Winn, Darren, going into the game against North Cedar, we said that, long, sustained offensive drives were going to be key. You could really say the same thing here tonight with, the rushing attack that Dike New Hartford brings.
2nd and 5 from the 23. Pitch to Hageman right side with Clave out in front. He turns up the hash mark, gets inside the 20, and covered up near the 19-yard line. Connor Ragsdale in on the stop. 3rd and short upcoming for the Warriors. In fact, they may even have to measure. They will. Dan Boerichter is leading this officiating crew tonight. The spot was just inside the 19-yard line, and we'll bring in the sticks from the far side to see If the Warriors did indeed get the first down, they are going to be inches short. 9:34 to play first quarter. Initial drive of the game. Dike New Hartford deferred their choice to the second half. Warriors and Wolverines scoreless. Warriors trying to beat the Wolverines for the third time within a calendar year.
Ball is spotted at the Wolverines.
Warriors eliminated the Wolverines from the playoffs last year after an undefeated season to that point. And the Warriors won the matchup in week number 7. Third down, inches for the Warriors. Football just inside the 19-yard line. Pistol set with Schwanefus and Hageman. 2 receivers left, Clave and Romas. Dike New Hartford showing a blitz. Give is to Hageman, right side. Bounces away from a defender. 15, far sideline. 10-5, touchdown. 25th rushing touchdown on the season for Ryan Hageman. And 2:38 into the game, the Warriors with the lead.
Dike New Hartford had him pretty well stopped at the line of scrimmage, but they didn't wrap up. He bounced off the tackle, got around that far side edge, Darren, and probably could have walked in that time. But the Warriors, obviously on the back of that big run by Hageman, scoring on the first drive, and against a team that can move the ball and score points like Dike New Hartford, it's pretty important.
So a double wing set. Schwanefus in the shotgun. Jacobson to his right. And Romas will be split left. Give to Clave. Sweeping right. Looks to turn upfield and gets covered up near the 5-yard line. Connor Ragsdale, the man that brought him down. 9:22 to play first quarter. 6-0 South Winn.
Let's hear from some of the people making this broadcast possible. Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Ocean, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offers multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business. With over 35 years of experience, they are happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Ocean. And also Luena Savings Bank, proudly serving local Iowa with quality loan products and deposit services since 1908. Offices in Luena, Ocean, New Hampton, Polk City, and Clive. Luena Savings Bank, full-service banking, proud supporters of all Northeast Iowa high school athletes, member FDIC.
Carson Lensing will kick off from right to left with Trent Johnson, or rather Preston Wheat and Connor Neurath back deep for Dike New Hartford. Warriors kicking off from right to left, a 6-0 lead for them on the 25th rushing touchdown of the season for Ryan Hageman. His 40th career touchdown as well. Not bad. Here's the approach and the kick. Carson Lensing's kick is short. It will bounce near the 20. Neurath bobbles it a bit and takes it on the half mark at the 20. Slips the defender across the 25. Knocked back by Christian, Clave, and others at the 28-yard line. So Dike New Hartford goes to work left to right, trailing 6-0, 9:18 to play first quarter.
Yeah, Neurath that time wanted to get his momentum going, forgot to take the ball with him at first, but still end up with a decent field position, but chalk that up basically to a short kick.
Connor McCleary, the quarterback. He was not the quarterback when these two teams got together back in week number 7 as the line judge calls a timeout as the tee was still out on the field. So McCleary will now go under center. He'll send Carter Bixby to the right side and Connor Neurath off to the left. It'll be an I formation with Connor Ragsdale and Trent Johnson with 1,100 yards in the last 4 games. Neurath will go in motion left to right. Under center as McCleary takes, gives to Johnson, runs the right side, covered up near the 25-yard line. Brought down on the play by Tyler Numedal. Also in on the stop was Jordan Romas. It is a gain of 3 yards.
Just your basic power run that time. Fullback as a lead blocker off that right side tackle. But South Winn got some decent push from their defensive line, was able to hold them to about 3 on that one.
2nd and 7 from the 31-yard line. 2 receivers right side, Connor Neurath and Zach Nicholson. Off to the left side is Drew Eldricks. Pistol set with Ragsdale, Johnson, and McCleary. Give to Johnson right side, hit in the backfield, loose football, recovered by the Warriors. Johnson fumbled, and recovering the fumble was Jordan Romas. South Winn with the football at the 25-yard line.
Big turnover there for South Winn, Darren. If you, in these types of games, if you can force turnovers, get points on the board early, you can hope at least to start kind of breaking that will of Dike New Hartford, because in these conditions, once you get up by multiple scores, it's pretty tough for a running team like Dike to come back.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Jacobson in motion left to right. Schweinfurt swings it out. Right side catch made by Romas at the 25. He slips inside the 20. There is a flag down as he is wrestled down on the far side hash mark at the 17-yard line. The tackle credit will go to Kyle Dennis. We'll see what the laundry is about. Romas on his first catch of the season. It's an illegal block against South Winn. That'll erase a gain of 6 yards. Romas coming in among the top receivers in 1A in yardage. The flag came at the 19-yard line, so that'll push the Warriors back to the 29-yard line. In essence, a 4-yard penalty. First down and 10, or 1st and 14 rather, from the Dike New Hartford 29. Warriors trying to capitalize off the turnover. They lead at 6-0 with 8.5 to play first quarter. Romas to the left side. Tight end right is Lensing. Wing right is Meyer. Wing left is Clave. Hogman is the backfield, and the give actually is to Jacobson left side, and he gets covered up by Kyle Dennis back at the 35-yard line. He came through untouched, and it was a loss of 6.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. Basically just clean right through the middle of the offensive line of the Warriors, and give him credit for making an open field tackle on a pretty good back.
2nd and 20 from the 35-yard line as Hogman re-enters the lineup for South Winn. The Warriors backwards on the first 2 plays after the fumble recovery. Romas and Lensing to the left side. Ben Meyer off to the far side right. Pistol set, Clave, Schweinfurt, and Hogman. Pitch to Hogman right side. Gets a block from Schweinfurt, but gets hit between the numbers and the hash mark on the far side and gets knocked back from the 34. The man that knocked him back was DJ Ackerson. It's a gain of a yard, 3rd and long for South Winn.
Nice tackle there by Ackerson. The Wolverines strung that one out pretty well to the far side, but Ackerson leaving no doubt that time, just coming in and cleaning up.
7:11 to play first quarter, 6-0 South Winn. 3rd and 19 from the Dike New Hartford 34-yard line. 2 receivers left, single receiver right. Pistol with Clave, Schweinfurt, and Hogman. Logan takes the snap, drops back, steps up in the pocket, fires down the middle of the field going for Romas, and a flag is down as Jordan Romas, I'm going to say, drew that penalty against Connor Newroth.
There was a little bit of contact there, Darren, but not as much as I think Jordan's body motion would have us believe.
Yeah. Well, selling the call, got it done that time. It'll be a first down for South Winn. Connor Newroth, a man that is in the top 10 in the state in interceptions with 7. He had one the other night against West Branch. So a pass interference penalty actually does not give him the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line.
That's one of those situations where as a defensive back it's about seeing the ball, because obviously when you're matched up against a guy like Romas, you're going to want to stay tight with him on those pass coverages, but the way that ball was thrown, even without the contact, I don't think Jordan was going to be able to catch up to that one.
3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line. Romas and Clave to the right side. Football on the right. Hash mark. 2 tight ends. Schweinfurt in the shotgun and Hogman, or Jacobson to his left. Zone read. Schweinfurt gets covered up by Ragsdale as he tried the left side, and Schweinfurt brought down at the 20. It's 4th down.
4th down, Darren, and don't think there's any doubt whatsoever what Coach Ort's going to do in this situation. Leave the offense on the field. Try to pick up 4 yards here.
So 4th and 4 from the 20-yard line. Ryan Hogman into the lineup with the play for South Winn. 6.5 to play first quarter. 6-0 lead for South Winn. Dike New Hartford trying to step up after they gave the Warriors the football on their second play from scrimmage. Romas and Meyer to the right side. Pistol set with Schweinfurt, Hogman, and Clave. Tight end left side is Lensing. Romas goes in motion. Give us to Hogman left side. Lunging ahead to near the 15-yard line, but he's going to be shy of a first down as they'll mark him right near the 16-yard line. Blaine Becker, the ankle tackle, brought him down.
Well, you know what I always say, Darren, getting turnovers is great, but it's even better when you can get points off of them and give the defense of Dike New Hartford credit there for stepping up, getting a stop after their offense gave away the football.
Dike New Hartford turned it over 4 times in the playoff game against South Winn a year ago. 6:03 to play first quarter, a 6-0 lead for South Winn. Dike New Hartford left to right, 1st and 10 from their own 16. McCleary in the shotgun will take the snap, throws it out in the right flat. It's caught by Newroth along the sideline at the 21. He's wrestled to the sideline and out of bounds by Trayton Jacobson at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 8 yards.
Those are the plays that Dike New Hartford's really going to have to make work for him tonight, Darren, because even on that play you could see South Winn's linebackers initially kind of running up to the line of scrimmage, basically playing run all the way. So you're going to need to complete those passes to soften up this Warrior defense.
2nd and 3 from the 24-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. McCleary in the shotgun, Johnson off to his left. Wheat goes in motion. He'll get the handoff on a jet sweep left side, turns upfield at the left hash mark, runs across the 25 to near the 30. Luis Uribe brought him down.
And, when you've got a back in the backfield, Darren, who's rushed for as many yards as Trent Johnson, it's kind of easy to focus on him. But, I'm sure Dike New Hartford has kind of noticed that. Defense is playing to a certain player, so they're probably going to look tonight to try to add some new wrinkles in there, spread the ball around quite a bit.
5.5 to play first quarter, 6-0 Warriors. Dike New Hartford 1st and 10 from their own 32 tight ends in an I formation. Toss goes to Newroth right side on a jet sweep type play as they'll run across the 30 to near the 33-yard line. Brought down on the play by Luis Uribe. It's a gain of 3 yards.
Decently blocked play that time, but Uribe just able to sneak in and kind of take out Newroth's feet from under him. If he hadn't been there, there was plenty of grass in front of Newroth to work with.
2nd and 7 from the 32-yard line. Warriors up front with Carson Lensing, Luis Uribe, and Landers Kaboshik at the corners. Trayton Jacobson and Mac Faldit in the secondary as well. Logan Schweinefus and Jordan Romas. 2nd and 7 from the 32-yard line. Newroth in motion with an I formation and receivers left and right. Toss to Johnson right side. Turns up at the numbers across the 35. Knocked to the sideline by Trayton Jacobson at the 36-yard line. A gain of 3. 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Wolverines.
And you can see South Winn defensively right now going with one high safety, Darren, basically, which means they're rolling a safety down towards the line of scrimmage, essentially daring Dike New Hartford to beat him through the air.
Ryan Hageman, Trayton Jacobson at the linebacking core for South Winn, as well as Christian Clave. 3rd down and 4 from the 36-yard line. Trips to the left. Football on the right or near side hash mark. Weed off to the right. McCleary in the shotgun. Johnson to his left. McCleary takes the snap. Rolls to his left. Under pressure. Throws the left side catch made by Wheat. And actually he was disconnected from the football by Ben Meyer on the left numbers at the 40. Would have been close to a 1st down had Wheat been able to hang on, but he couldn't do it, and it's 4th down.
Good pressure there from Kaboshik, and also Jordan Romas came free off this near side edge, basically because the pass was a rollout to the far side. They left this near side unblocked, and those two combined for a good quarterback pressure that time.
Jacob Moore is the punter. Jordan Romas back in single safety for South Winn. Snap back to Moore in good shape, moves forward, gets the kick away, angled to the near side, bouncing at the 38, and will take a lateral hop out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 30-yard punt, no return, 4:36 to play quarter number 1. Warriors up 6-0. They scored on their initial drive of the game, a Ryan Hageman 19-yard touchdown run.
Well, South Winn scoring on that first drive, like you said, Darren, and then getting 2 stops. So all in all, a pretty good start to this ball game, even if they were not able to take advantage of the turnover.
Jordan Romas is going to be in at quarterback. We saw this quite a bit against North Cedar the other night. Football on the left or near side hash mark. Clave to the left side, Meyer to the right. Numedal tight end left, Lensing tight end right. Clave in motion left to right. Romas will take the snap. He'll keep it on a zone read right side. Doesn't have an opening, though, and he gets knocked back right from the line of scrimmage. The guy who got him around the ankles that time was Andrew Heidelman, or correction, it was Andrew Heidelman. A gain of 0, 2nd and 10.
Good penetration there from Dike New Hartford's defensive front, Darren. And, you know, like you said, we saw this look quite a bit. It's just another way for South Winn to get the ball into the hands of one of their big playmakers.
Second down, 10+ from the 35. Pistol set with Romas and Hageman, receivers left and right. Give to Ryan Hageman, powers off the left side. Got by the initial defender, stood up at the 37 between the numbers and the hash mark, and tried to break free and finally got brought down at the 41-yard line. Somehow, Hageman got 6 yards on the play before being brought down by DJ Ackerson.
Chalk that one up to Will, I guess, Darren. Not sure, honestly, how that play kept going, but Hageman able to keep those legs churning and picked up about 4 or 5 extra yards on that carry.
3rd and 4 for the Warriors with 3.5 to play here in the first quarter. A 6-0 lead for South Winn. Winner goes to the Dome. 2 tight ends, Romas in the pistol with Hageman. Clave on a wing right side. 9 men in the box for Dike New Hartford. Flag flies as Romas handed it off to Hageman. The line judge blew the play dead, and the Warriors are going to get called for illegal procedure. Second penalty on the Warriors with 3:14 to play first quarter. A 6-0 lead for South Winn.
Makes this decision a little more interesting, Darren. South Winn has popped a couple long runs off tonight, but 3rd and 9 for the most part you would assume is a fairly obvious passing down, but you never know with Coach Ort.
Schwanefus will be in the pistol. He'll have Hageman and Clave standing to his right and slightly in front of him. Receivers left and right, and Jacobson from his slot left goes in motion left. He'll get the handoff on a jet sweep. Nice block from Hageman. Runs to the 40 and gets covered up right there. Ragsdale, the man that brought him down on the far side. Numbers, it's a gain of 4. They needed 5. Punt formation time, we think, for the Warriors.
Yeah, we saw it. Coach Ort, obviously, in that game against North Cedar, go for it on 4th down from about his own 35, so we'll just have to see.
Logan Schwanefus on in punt formation. Connor Newroth back deep for Dike New Hartford. Football on the right or far side hash mark, and a flag is down as I believe Newroth might have an equipment or some blood issue there, so you got to send a new punt returner back. If you're Coach Don Betts and the Dike New Hartford Wolverines. And the new punt returner will be Preston Wheat. Back judge noticed that one right away. Schwanefus on in punt formation. Snap back in good shape. He'll move forward, get the kick away. This one bouncing in the vicinity, out of bounds near the 20-yard line. They'll line it up as the head back judge will walk up the sideline and mark it at the 35-yard line. So a 25-yard punt, no return. And the Warriors back on defense. 2:12 to play here in quarter number 1. Warriors 6, Wolverines nothing. Best field position start for Dike New Hartford right here.
They went directional on the kick, just a little bit too directional that time, Darren.
Split to the right side will be Carter Bixby. Single receiver off to the left. I formation, Ragsdale and Johnson. Football on the left or far side. Hash markets. Dike New Hartford moves left to right. In motion left to right goes Goose. Give is to Johnson. Powering off the left side. Runs ahead to the 41-yard line before Christian Clave brought him down. It's a gain of 6 yards.
See Johnson put his head down at the end of that run. Probably his most authoritative carry, I guess you would say, tonight, Darren. But definitely a guy that they're not going to stop going to even if South Winn puts a few negative plays together.
2nd and 4 from the 41. 4 receivers, 2 to either side. McCleary will be in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. Football on the left or far side hash mark. Give is to Johnson. Looks for a hole off left guard. Moves ahead and gets brought down near the 44-yard line between the numbers and the hash mark. Christian Clave and Landers Kaboshik on the stop.
And now this is a situation, Darren, where, you know, throughout the first 2 playoff games, we've seen this South Winn defense really be able to bow its neck and stand up on these short yardage situations.
1:15 to play in the quarter. 6-0 South Winn. It's 3rd and 1 from the 44-yard line. New route to the right side. Bixby off to the left. I formation in the backfield. Johnson and Ragsdale. Tight end right side, Zach Nicholson. Give us to Johnson off the left side. Fighting forward and gets knocked back from near the 45-yard line. It'll depend on the spot of the football. And if Johnson, they are going to say he got the first down, but he had to earn that one. He didn't get it by a lot.
Kept the legs moving, and I thought he might have gotten a bit of a favorable spot from that far side official, Darren, but no disagreement among the officiating crew, so first down.
1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. 2 receivers left side, Ragsdale and Johnson in an I formation. McCleary under center. Newroth in motion left to right. Give to Johnson right side. Finds a gap inside the 50, inside the 45, and brought down at the 41-yard line in Warrior territory. Ben Meyer and Logan Schweinefus brought him down. It is a gain of 15 yards.
You know, for this Dike New Hartford offense, you know, pick up a couple first downs, get a little rhythm established, especially on a run like that where your featured back is able to get a little free space. So we'll see if that kind of lights a fire under this offensive unit.
30 seconds left in the quarter. 6-0 South Winn. 1st and 10 for Dike New Hartford. First excursion inside Warrior territory. Pitch to Johnson right side. Hit by Jordan Romas. Knocked back from the 45-yard line. Romas got him first, and Clay finally finished him off. It'll be interesting to see where the forward progress will be. It will be at the 46-yard line. It's a loss of 6, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 South Winn. A Ryan Hageman 19-yard touchdown run with 9:22 to play in the first quarter on the Warriors' first drive. The 2-point play was no good, and that's the only scoring to this point.
Let's take a little bit of time, Darren, to thank some of the people helping make the broadcast possible, starting with Calmer Motors. Full sales, service, and repairs for your automobile. A Cooper Tire dealer in Calmer. Cooper Tires on sale now. Calmer Motors wishes the South Winn Warriors football team success in their postseason action. Calmer Motors on Highway 52 east of Calmer. Calmer Manufacturing, for over 120 years, their quality, service, and dependability have helped them succeed in creating prestigious architectural woodwork projects on a global scale. Calmer Manufacturing proudly supports the South Winn Warriors football team in their postseason competition. And Wicks Construction, a proud supporter of all area high school athletes, and wishes the South Winn Warriors success in their postseason play. Wicks Construction, a solid reputation built on a strong foundation.
South Winn leading 6-0 after one. Looking for some other scores here. Cedar Rapids Xavier leading West Delaware 14-0 in the first quarter. Denver leading Nashua Plainfield end of one by a 14-0 margin. HLV and Elkader Central in 8-man football are 6-6 at the end of the first quarter. Regina at the 4:22 mark of the first quarter leading Central Decatur by a count of 14-7. And those are some of the scores we have as of this time. 2nd and 16 from the 46-yard line. Right to left goes the Wolverines here in the second quarter. McCleary rolling out to his right side. He'll fire over the middle, and he threw it short of his man incomplete, who was open near the 25-yard line. The intended target was Preston Wheat beneath the coverage of Logan Schweinefus. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, he rolled out to his right there, Darren, and tried to throw back to the left across his body and just didn't get enough on it. The receiver was open, but the pass was just underthrown.
3rd and 16 for Dike New Hartford from the 41-yard line. The Wolverines with only 1 first down to this point in the game, or correction, 2 first downs to this point in the game. To the right side, Nicholson, Wheat, and Newroth. Bixby off to the left. McCleary in the shotgun. Johnson to his right. 3 men on the line of scrimmage for South Winn. McCleary takes the snap, swings out right side, incomplete, and nearly intercepted. He went for Wheat in the right flat near the 40. Newmanall broke on the ball and tried to get the pick. He was unsuccessful in that attempt. Ball went through the hands of Wheat, and off the deflection, Jacobson almost got a pick. It's 4th down.
Newmanall broke really nicely on that ball, Darren, and just kind of undercut the route. He wasn't able to get the pick, but served as a distraction, more or less, and took the receiver's eye off the ball that time.
So Jacob Moore on in punt formation. His first punt was 30 yards. Snap back in good shape. He'll move forward, get the kick away. They angle it away from Romas, and it'll go out of bounds in the vicinity of the 20-yard line. 11:43 to play second quarter. It is a 6-0 lead for South Winn. They'll mark him right at the 20, so a 21-yard punt and no return.
And, ever since that first drive, the South Winn scoring drive, it's pretty much been a battle of these two defenses, Darren, which I don't think I would have expected coming into this game. I would have thought these teams would kind of battle and see who could score maybe 30 or 35 points, but to this point, just been a battle of defense.
But Dike New Hartford's lowest score of the season was against South Winn. South Winn's second lowest score of the season was against Dike New Hartford. Point, counterpoint. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line, left to right go the Warriors, up 6-0. Schweinefus takes the snap, swings it right side, catch made by Meyer out across the 30. He's to the center of the field and getting knocked down near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down, multiple Wolverines in on the stop.
That was just an arrow route right there. It was a two-level pass concept, and the bottom receiver of the concept there put himself into a nice pocket against a zone defense from Dike New Hartford, and first pass of the night for South Winn, pretty good one.
1st and 10 from the 36-yard line after a gain of 15. Two receivers right, pistol set. The pitch to Ryan Hageman right side, turns up the hash mark and got brought down from behind at the 40-yard line. Good catch-up speed from the backside from Cole Wildeber, who brought him down after a gain of 4.
The space has been there for the most part tonight, Darren. The Dike New Hartford has had a couple of plays where they've kind of penetrated and stuffed those gaps, but South Winn really executing pretty nicely in the run game so far.
We're a minute into the second quarter, 6-0 South Winn. 2nd and 6 from the 40-yard line. Snap to Schweinefus, pitch to Jacobson, bouncing left to the outside, gets a nice block, turns up the side at the numbers inside the 50, brought down near the 47-yard line. It'll be a first down on a gain of 13 yards. Wildeber, the man that brought him down.
Jordan Romas had a nice block out there on the far side edge, right at the point of attack, pancaked his man, and then that allowed Jacobson to get into that empty space and take advantage.
1st and 10, 47-yard line, Wolverine territory. Romas and Meyer to the right side. Pistol set with Schweinefus, with Clave, and with Hageman. Tight end right side is Lensing. Dropping a throw is Schweinefus. Throws the right side, and it's caught. Catch is made by Jordan Romas beneath the coverage of Jake Sonnenberg near the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards.
Ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage that time. Luckily, there was enough on it. It was still able to get to its intended target. Jordan had to go to the ground there to haul that one in, but completed pass and pick up a 9 yards.
2 minutes into the quarter. It is a 6-0 lead for South Winn. 2nd and 1 from the 38-yard line. Romas to the right side with Meyer. Pistol set with Schweinefus, Clave, and Jacobson this time. Lensing the tight end right side of the line. Dropping a throw. Logan Schweinefus throwing deep down the middle of the field, going for Jordan Romas. And Romas fought it away from Newroth for the touchdown. It was a jump ball inside the 5-yard line. Newroth and Romas both were there. Romas fought it away from one of the top interceptors in Class 1A, and it's a touchdown for the Warriors.
Well, you said it. Newroth, obviously one of the leaders in Class 1A in intercepting the football. A guy that can definitely go and make a play in those types of situations, but you know what? Jordan Romas is a heck of a football player too, Darren.
79 yards, 5 plays, 1:55 off the clock. Give to Hageman on the 2-point run. Hit near the 1-yard line as he tried the right side. He got into the end zone for the 2-point score, and it's 14-0 South Winn with 9:48 to play, quarter number 2.
And let's take this time to thank Wilchin Construction, providing crushed rock, large aggregate, bedding lime, decorative landscape boulders, and excavation services for farm, home, and businesses for over 69 years in Winneshiek County. Wilchin Construction in Kelmer, rock on Warriors. State Bank wishes to congratulate the South Winn Warrior football team on their winning season. Good luck in the postseason from all your friends at State Bank. Community-minded, customer-focused, member FDIC.
We thank them and all the great South Winn sponsors helping us out, making this coverage possible. It is 14-0 South Winn. They scored the first time they had it in the first quarter, and the first time they have had it here in the second quarter. A Ryan Hageman 19-yard touchdown run and a Schweinefus to Romas connection for 38. Schweinefus with his 14th touchdown pass of the season. 11 have gone to Jordan Romas, make that 12 have gone to Jordan Romas. Romas with a touchdown in 8 of his 12 games now this season, and that total of 12, that's second best in 1A behind Ian Malaby, who was on this football field the other night for North Cedar. Preston Wheat and Connor Newroth back deep to field the kick of Carson Lensing, who will kick off from left to right to restart the ball game. 14-0 South Winn, trying to get to the semifinals for the second time in school history. Lensing's kick, and the Warriors were offside. I believe the two men nearest Lensing were both offside on the play, so Lensing will have to kick from the 35-yard line.
Which, shouldn't be taken for granted, Darren. Cold night. Kickoff's not necessarily going as far as they usually would in these conditions, so you back South Winn up 5 more yards, and Dike New Hartford with a chance here to set themselves up in pretty good field position.
And Jordan Romas now will do the honors kicking off. Romas has put multiple balls into the end zone this season as a kickoff guy. In fact, Romas averaging 47 yards a kickoff, and he has put 3 into the end zone. Newroth and Wheat back deep inside the 15-yard line for Dike New Hartford. 9:48 to play, second quarter, a 14-0 lead for South Winn. Jordan with the okay from the official. Here's the approach and the kick. Good hang time to this one as Newroth will make the catch center of the field at the 18, straight ahead 10, 15, 20. He's to the 25, to the 30, to the right or the left hash mark, and brought down near the 41-yard line. So Newroth with a nice return, and Dike New Hartford with good field position from their own 41, trailing 14-0 with 9:41 to play second quarter.
He took that one and just immediately got upfield, which is what you love to see out of a kickoff returner, Darren. But Dike New Hartford with pretty good field position, good test now, good challenge for this South Winn defense.
First and 10 from the 42-yard line, right to left goes Dike New Hartford. Newroth to the left side, Bixby off to the right. Ragsdale and Johnson in an I formation. Nicholson, the tight end, right side of the line, football on the left hash. Newroth in motion left to right. McCleary swings it out, right side catch is made by Newroth at the 38, turned up between the numbers and the hash mark, and got brought down by Jacobson at the 43-yard line. It's only a gain of a yard.
Great open field tackle by Jacobson that time. Just broke down, wrapped up Newroth, and held him to a gain of, I'll call it 1.5.
Second and circa 9, let's say, from the 43-yard line. To the left side, or rather Drew Aldricks. And now he will shift to the right side, as well as Connor Newroth. McCleary under center with an I formation. Give to Johnson left side. Explodes across the 45, but Tyler Newmanall says no further at the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, and it's 3rd down and 6 upcoming.
Explodes is a good way to put it, Darren. It doesn't take him long to reach top speed after he takes the handoff.
That kid is listed at 5'6", 165. He seems bigger.
Yeah.
8:35 to play second quarter. 14-0 South Winn, 3rd and 6 for the Wolverines. From their own 46-yard line, I formation, receivers left and right. Johnson dots the I. McCleary under center. Pitch to Johnson left side. Turns up the hash mark. Gets to the 49-yard line. Ridden down at the 50 by Christian Clave. It's a gain of 4. 4th down upcoming for Dike New Hartford.
Decision time here, Darren, for Dike New Hartford. You find yourself down 2 scores. You need to get some kind of rhythm, some kind of momentum going here offensively.
McCleary is also a punter, so keep that in mind. And now McCleary is going to go off the field, and Jacob Moore, the regular punter, is going to come into the game. And a timeout is going to be taken. I believe it is going to be taken by South Winn. So 7:53 to play second quarter, 14-0 South Winn.
Let's take a moment to hear from Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Ossian, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offering multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business. With over 35 years of experience, they are happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Ossian. And Luena Savings Bank, proudly serving rural Iowa with quality loan products and deposit services since 1908. Offices in Luena, Ocean, New Hampton, Polk City, and Clive. Luena Savings Bank, full-service banking, proud supporters of all Northeast Iowa high school athletes. Member FDIC.
And we thank again them and all the good sponsors. New Hampton leading North Fayette Valley 10-7. I was just going to look up that score, but Tom Bushman of Bushman Insurance and Real Estate helping us out on the public address. HLV leading Elkader Central right now 12-6. Wolverines going to go for it on the left hash mark.
4th and 2 for the Wolverines.
Actually, it's Moore back there. Moore will take the snap and he'll rugby it to the right and punt it downfield. He got it by Logan Schweinefus, the safety, who was the deep man on the play. It'll roll inside the 15 and get covered up near the 13-yard line. So a 37-yard punt, no return. 7:44 to play here in quarter number 2. 14-0 the lead for the South Winn Warriors. Ryan Hageman a touchdown run. A Schweinefus to Romas connection for 38 and a Hageman 2-point play have been the scores to this point.
That was a pretty good kick there, Darren. Not a typical punt, I guess, which you'd expect, kind of a spiraling kick, end over end, and kind of a line drive. Kept it out of the return man's hand and got a pretty good bounce at the end.
Pistol set with Schweinefus, Clave, and Hageman. 2 receivers to the left side. Give to Ryan on the left side. Tried to cut it back towards the middle, and he gets knocked back from the 13-yard line. Tommy Irvin, a 270-pound defensive lineman, led the defensive charge. Gain of 0. In fact, the loss of a little, 2nd and circa 10.
And the defensive front of the Wolverines at times has been able to fill those gaps, Darren, but then South Winn almost every time has come back, with a well-executed play that just opens up something huge.
Jacobson in the lineup for Hageman. He will join Clave and Schweinefus in a pistol set. Meyer and Romas split to the left side. Lensing the tight end left. Pitch to Jacobson right side. Turns between the numbers and the hash mark. Gets across the 15. Brought down on the near side numbers at the 16-yard line. Tackle credit will go to Kyle Dennis. 3rd and long for the Warriors. We're inside of 7 to play. Second quarter, 14-0 South Winn.
And another interesting scenario here because not only is it 3rd and 7, but you're backed up a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Ort draws up for this situation.
3rd and 7 from the 16-yard line. Romas to the left side with Meyer. Schweinefus, Hageman, and Clave in a pistol set. Lensing the tight end left side of the line. Driving to throw is Schweinefus. Schweinefus flush to his left. He'll loft it downfield going for Jordan Romas. Romas will bobble and it won't be caught at the 44-yard line in Wolverine territory on the left hash. It was a jump ball between him and Carter Bixby, and the ball fell harmlessly to the ground, incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Well, that's what an athlete like Jordan Romas can do for you. He can take a ball where, even though that fell to the ground, it probably should have been intercepted.
Yeah.
But Jordan Romas, coming in, getting at least a hand in there, making sure that thing wasn't going the other way.
So, 4th and 7 from the 16-yard line to a spread punt formation as Schweinefus drops the punt snap, kicks it off the side of his foot. It bounces at the 31-yard line and will roll to a stop in Dike New Hartford territory near the 35-yard line. So a special teams miscue will give Dike New Hartford great field position from the Warrior 35, 6:09 to play here in the quarter. It is 14-0 South Winn, but a golden chance here for the Wolverines.
A little chilly. It can be hard to handle the snap at times, although you'd think, he's been handling snaps as quarterback all night, so not really sure what happened there, but definitely a huge opportunity here for the Wolverines.
1st and 10, 35-yard line. I formation, twin receivers to the left side. Taking the snap, McCleary. He'll give off the left side to Johnson. He'll just plow ahead to the 31-yard line. A gain of 4. Tyler Newman, Carson Lensing in on the stop.
They're just going to keep feeding Johnson all night, Darren. South Winn knows that, but when you have a rushing attack like Dike New Hartford brings to the table, it's not realistic to think that you can hold him to 2 or 3 yards on every carry.
His lowest season output has been 64. That happened against the Warriors as Johnson had a little bit of an equipment issue. He asked the referee to stop the clock for him. He's okay now, and away we go.
The thing to really watch out for if you're South Winn is, if Dike New Hartford wants to maybe go to some kind of play-action pass game, that's where setting up the run with Johnson a few times can really help him out.
I formation, twins to the left side. McCleary under center, takes the snap, gives to Johnson right side, gets through inside the 25, inside the 20, escapes a tackle at the 19, bounces to the sideline and gets covered up by Ryan Hageman at the 10-yard line. Johnson with a gain of 21 and a first down for Dike New Hartford.
Nice individual effort there. It started actually up front with his offensive line giving him a nice gap, but once he got to the second level, ran into a tackler but was able to break away. Dike New Hartford in some serious business now.
First and 10, in fact, first and goal from just inside the 10. Connor Newroth to the right side, off to the left side is Bixby. Tight end right side is Nicholson. I formation, Ragsdale and Johnson. McCleary under center, takes the snap, off play action. Rolling to his right side, pumps, one sack! Back at the 15-yard line. Landers Kaboshik brought him down. It is a loss of 5 yards.
That's one of those situations where, as a quarterback, probably the smart play there is once you're out of options to just throw it out of bounds instead of taking a sack there. But, that's something that we've seen high school quarterbacks struggle with, that decision-making aspect of the game.
But you got to remember the intentional grounding rule as well in high school football. You got to at least throw it in the direction of a receiver. It's not like college or the pros when you're outside the pocket when you can throw that ball away. Second down and 15 from the 15-yard line. I formation, receivers left and right, give to Johnson, slips the defender in the backfield but covered up. Luis Uribe, the man that tripped him up. Ryan Hageman finished him off on the right hash mark at the 14.
Uribe, a guy that, small in stature, Darren, but he finds ways to be around the football almost every play.
Third and 14 from the 14-yard line. Dike New Hartford is 0 of 1 on field goal kicks this year. 3:48 to play second quarter, a 14-0 lead for South Winn. Best scoring chance of the night for the Wolverines. Trips to the left, wide or near side. Single receiver to the far side. McCleary in the gun, Johnson to his left. McCleary takes the snap, rolls to his left side. He's under pressure. Sacked! Brought down on the left hash mark at the 22-yard line. Sharing the sack will be Tyler Numenau and Landers Kaboshik.
Just great pressure that time, and they tried to roll McCleary out again, but just not getting enough protection from that offensive line, and you go from first and goal at the 10 to now fourth and goal from the 22.
14-0 South Winn as we approach the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Fourth and goal from the 22. To the left side, Drew Eldrich. To the right side, Connor Newroth. McCleary in an I under center with an I formation with Ragsdale and Johnson. Football on the left hash, and somebody moved early. Everybody knew the snap count except the center. So fourth and goal from the 27. You don't see this every day. First penalty of the night for Dike New Hartford right there, and it came at an inopportune time as the hole gets dug a little deeper.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, Darren, it's
Goal for the Wolverines.
your hand is pretty much forced. You got to pick up 27 yards on one play. Not much else you can do but go to the air here.
Two receivers right, two receivers left. Football in the left hash. McCleary in the shotgun, Johnson to his left. McCleary takes the snap, has time, lofts it towards the center of the field, nearly intercepted but knocked down by Jordan Romas at the 10-yard line. So the Warriors will take it back from the 27 with 2:46 to play till halftime. They have 2 timeouts remaining. It is a 14-0 lead for South Winn, and the defense rises up once again.
Maybe best that one fell incomplete just based on where you get the ball now, but it sure looked like Jordan had a lot of space in front of him if he was able to haul that one in.
And coaches might have been telling him to knock it down inside the 10. It's kind of hard to go against what Coach tells you to do in that situation. Romas and Meyer to the left side, Schweinefus, Jacobson, and Clave in the pistol. Schweinefus off play action, pumping once. Now flush to his left. He's under pressure. He fires downfield, and it's incomplete. He was hit by Kyle Dennis as he was throwing the football. The arm was ruled moving forward by the referee, and it's second down and 10.
same kind of situation there that we saw from the South Winn defense a couple plays ago. Just too much time for those routes to develop downfield, and didn't buy enough time for their quarterback that time. Dike New Hartford able to come up with a good play.
So, a 2nd down and 10 upcoming from the 21-yard line. Mitchell Harold to the left side with Christian Clave. 2 receivers right side. Romas is at quarterback and Hageman to his right. Romas keeps it after a play fake to the right side, runs across the 30 and gets dragged down in the vicinity of the 37-yard line. Drew Aldrichs, the man that brought him down. Romas with a gain of nearly 10. We'll see what the officials say. They'll say it is 10, and it's a first down for South Winn. 2:31 to play till halftime, 14-0 South Winn.
South Winn does have those 2 timeouts like you mentioned at the start of this drive, Darren.
Football on the right hash, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Romas is in the pistol, Jacobson behind him. In motion right to left goes Clave. Here's the give to Jacobson, brings it up the right hash mark, covered up in the vicinity of the 38-yard line. There's a loose football. The first contact was Kyle Dennis, and the Wolverines come out of the pile with the football. Kyle Dennis is at the bottom of the pile. I'm not sure who exactly came out of the pile with it, but Dike New Hartford, the recipient of the first Warrior turnover of the night with 2:14 to play till halftime. They have all 3 timeouts remaining as well.
Well, we saw South Winn commit a turnover near halftime of that game against North Cedar, Darren. Luckily, it didn't come back to haunt them, but this is a situation now where if you're Dike New Hartford, you'd love to get some points on the board before the half, especially considering that they're going to receive the second half kickoff.
Good point. 2:14 to play till halftime, 14-0 South Winn. And I think Drayton Jacobson's getting checked out by the trainer here on the near side. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Dike New Hartford right to left, football on the left hash. Give to Weed on a jet sweep to the right side, trying to bounce it wide. Turns up at the numbers and gets thrown down. Ben Meyer on secondary run support. Brings him down at the 35. It's a gain of 3.
And kind of collared down there, but it was all jersey there, Darren. No shoulder pad involved, so no flag comes out. Good job by South Winn stringing that one out to that far side sideline.
1:50 to play till halftime, 14-0 South Winn. 2nd and 7 from the 35. 2 receivers to the left near side. I formation in the backfield. Football on the right side hash mark. McCleary under center takes, gives to Johnson. Hit bomb behind by Carson Lensing. And the rest come to help out at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 0. It's 3rd down for Dike New Hartford.
And I was wondering if maybe South Winn would consider trying to stop the clock, but it looks like Dike New Hartford's actually going to call a timeout here.
Don Betts will talk to his team with 1:23 to play till halftime, 14-0 South Winn.
Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Austin, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offers multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business with over 35 years of experience. They are happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Austin. Calmer Motors, full sales, service, and repairs for your automobile. A Cooper Tire dealer in Calmer. Cooper Tires on sale now. Calmer Motors wishes the South Winn football team success in their postseason action. Calmer Motors on Highway 52 east of Calmer. And Calmer Manufacturing. For over 120 years, their quality, service, and dependability have helped them succeed in creating prestigious architectural woodwork projects on a global scale. Calmer Manufacturing proudly supports the South Winn Warriors football team in their postseason competition.
3rd and 7 from the 35, South Winn territory for Dike New Hartford. Football in the center of the field. They go right to left. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. McCleary in the gun, takes the snap, under pressure, loses the football. It's loose. It's getting kicked back into Dike New Hartford territory. Johnson tried to come up with it near the 28-yard line. It's still being fought for. And the Warriors say they have it. Just an absolutely crazy play. The Warriors do have it. Coming up with the football was Carson Lensing. Tyler Numenal forced the fumble, It was laying there about the 50-yard line, kicked about 20 yards downfield. It's 1st and 10 South Winn at the Dike New Hartford 27.
You really can't imagine a better scenario for South Winn there, Darren. You know, you turn the ball over, give Dike New Hartford the football in excellent field position, and the next thing you know, the field is essentially flipped, and now South Winn with a great opportunity to extend this lead before halftime.
Hope I described that play as crazy as it was. Receivers left and right. Jacobson, Clavin, Schweinefus in the pistol set. Schweinefus, option right side, looking to turn upfield. He runs to the 25, gets brought down. On the right side, hash mark at the 20-yard line. It is a gain of 7 yards. Warriors will take a timeout as Connor Ragsdale got the stop. Warriors 1 timeout remaining, 1 minute to play with. It is 14-0 South Winn.
Timeout called by the Warriors.
And Warriors now +1 on the give-take ratio.
2nd and 3.
Tyler Newman, the one that forced that fumble. And it was recovered by Carson Lensing. Scrimmage was a 3rd and 7 at the Dike New Hartford, or at the South Winn 35-yard line. It was recovered at the Dike New Hartford 27-yard line. It's been a long time since I've seen a play like that.
I don't know if I remember seeing a play like that ever, Darren. That was
maybe the old NFL football follies film. So
that's one of the crazier plays you're going to see, and just an extreme shift in field position and in circumstance in general. Dike New Hartford was set up by their defense with a great opportunity, but South Winn's defense again stepping up, like you said, making that play happen, and now a chance to make this 3 scores at halftime.
2nd and 3 from the 20-yard line. Romas and Clave split to the right side. Football on the right or near side hash mark. Newman, the tight end left, Lensing the tight end right. Schweinefus in the pistol with Hageman. Logan will take the snap. Keeps it off the right side, looking to run up the right side. He's to the 15, gets knocked to the sideline in the vicinity of the 14-yard line. Blaine Becker, the man that brought him down. They'll mark him at the 15. It'll be a 1st down after a gain of 5 yards. The other 1A scores, St. Ed's leading South Central 14-7 second quarter. West Lyon leading IKM 21-0 second quarter. Regina leading Central Decatur 28-14 second quarter.
1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Thanks to Mary Herman for giving us those scores. Still making us sound smart, even though she's not with us. Romas and Clave to the right side, 2 tight ends, Schweinefus and Jacobson in the pistol. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line in Dike New Hartford territory. Schweinefus keeps it after a nice play fake, running left to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, flag down. They're going to get Tyler Newman on a hold or a block in the back at the 2.
Yeah, that was an outstanding play fake that time, Darren. Everyone went with the running back, and then Schweinefus just kept it off that far side. But unfortunate, right at the tail end of that play, the block in the back occurred, and 6 points off the board.
And the flag occurred at the 1, so push it back to the 12-yard line as it occurred at the 2. So it's 1st down and 5 it will be.
7 for the Warriors.
Let's call it 1st and 7. 46 seconds to play, second quarter, 14-0 South Winn. Schweinefus with his team up to the line of scrimmage on the left hash. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers left. Schweinefus and Hageman in the pistol. Schweinefus, pitch goes to Hageman right side. Schweinefus the lead blocker. Ryan hit near the 12-yard line, covered up near the 11-yard line. Warriors take their final timeout with 36.4 to play here in the second quarter. Nice play by Cole Wildeber, the man that brought him down.
And now an interesting situation, Darren. Obviously, they can still pick up a 1st down at the 5, which would stop the clock temporarily. But, you know, with no timeouts left, 36 seconds, it's essentially going to come down to you either got to get across the goal line or get out of bounds in this situation.
Going back to that touchdown that was taken off the board, it was a block in the back that everybody in Wenatchee County saw. But it was one of those situations, and you can't fault the kid for playing hard as well, but the way it turned out, it was a block that didn't need to be made.
Yeah.
Let's hear from a sponsor or two, Mr. Wanless.
How about Wicks Construction, a proud supporter of all area high school athletes, and they wish the South Winn Warriors success in their pro season play. Wicks Construction, a solid reputation built on a strong foundation.
2nd and 7 from the 12-yard line. Romas and Clave to the right side. Lensing the tight end right side of the line. Numero the tight end left side of the line. Schwanefus and Hageman in the pistol. Football towards the right or near side hash mark. Schwanefus takes the snap. Play fake to Hageman. Stands in the pocket. Rolls to his right. Fires towards the end zone, and he just threw that one away. Romas was near the back of the end zone, but he was double teamed. It's 3rd down.
See, and that's the almost carbon copy situation there where you're running out of time. You have receivers in the end zone, Darren, and when that's the case, you can basically just chuck it over their heads out of the end zone, and you don't have to worry about being called for grounding in that scenario.
30.9 to play, 2nd quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Warriors from the 12. Romas and Meyer to the far wide or left side, Lensing the tight end at left side of the line. Pistol set with Schwanefus, Clave, and Hageman. Taking the snap is Schwanefus. He has time. He lofts it to the left side, going for Jordan Romas. Romas had it knocked away, incomplete. Connor Newroth knocked the ball away in the far left corner of the end zone against Romas. The ball had a little too much air under it, and it's 4th down.
Well, you could... A case could have been made there for maybe a flag, Darren, because Newroth didn't get his head around on the ball that time, but... the officials keeping the flag in the pocket, and like you said, a little less finesse on that ball, and it's probably a Warrior touchdown. But as it stands, incompletion, and now 4th and 7 for South Winn.
4th and 7 for South Winn from the 12-yard line. Clave and Meyer to the left side, Romas and Lensing to the right. Football right hash, Schwanefus and Jacobson in the pistol. Schwanefus has time in the pocket, now steps up in the pocket, fires to the middle of the end zone, incomplete. Nobody was open, and there was good pressure on Schwanefus. Dike New Hartford gets the football back with 18.5 to play 2nd quarter, 14-0 South Winn. And I tell you what, you got to credit this Dike New Hartford defense for stepping up a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, making plays when their offenses set them up in some precarious spots. And, you know, like we mentioned before, they'll be receiving the second half kickoff, so I imagine they'll probably just run out the clock here, cut their losses, and go into the halftime break down 14-0.
Approaching halftime, New Hampton has taken a 17-7 lead on North Fayette Valley. Receivers left and right, or 2 receivers left I formation. Give to Connor Ragsdale left side across the 20, up the left hash mark, and brought down near the 25-yard line with 12.5 seconds left here in the half. It's 13-yard gain, and Landers Kaboshik in on the stop. Is there something cool about a fullback wearing 99, or is it just me?
It's
I think it's awesome. Your thoughts?
I mean, I guess I'd have to take a look at my roster here. Is he a guy that also plays a little bit of defensive line, Darren?
Correct.
So
Correct.
Maybe you take a little bit more pride in your defensive line play, and the coaches one day say, hey, you'd make a pretty good lead blocker, so they throw you in there. And that's it's one of the unique things about high school football, Darren, that we see every year, and I think it's great, is kids making impact on both sides of the football.
This is FM 100.5, KDEC FM Decorah, and KDECRadio.net with our producer Paul Wanless, Darren Swenson, and Chris Wanless, live here in Kilmer tonight. 14-0, South Winn leading Dike New Hartford. Dike New Hartford did take a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining with 12.3 seconds left here in the half. Don Betts has his football team around him on the far sideline. I thought they were going to play it conservatively. Normally when the coaching staff up here in the booth heads on down, that's what they normally do, and maybe it's just another running play, but you know what? If you break one in this situation.
And they've got a guy that can do it.
Trent Johnson, who had 355 and 4 scores against West Branch, over 1,100 yards in the last 4 games. First and 10, 25-yard line, dropping the throws McCleary. McCleary throws deep down the right side, incomplete. He threw it out of bounds. Intended target was Drew Aldrich. Trayton Jacobson had the coverage in the vicinity of the 50. We're down to 6.3 seconds left here in the half.
And I guess you try to take a shot there, and if it doesn't work out, you can just sit on it, run the clock out here. But, from Dike New Hartford's perspective, it's not essential to put points on the board here before the half, because like we've said, they do get the ball to start the second half, but trying everything they can, I guess, to cut into the lead.
Two receivers right, two receivers left. Football in the left hash. McCleary takes the snap, has time. The ball deflected near the line of scrimmage, and it's incomplete. Carson Lensing was getting blocked pretty well by Trent Johnson, but since he was getting blocked, leaped when the ball went up in the air and knocked the pass down, and it's third down.
Well, with 2.1 seconds left, maybe now you sit on it, Darren, and run out the clock.
3rd and 10 for the Wolverines from their own 25-yard line.
Looks like that's what they're going to do.
They'll line up in a victory formation with Ragsdale and Johnson around McCleary, who's under center. McCleary will take the snap, go down to one knee, and South Winn leads at 14-0 at the halftime break. It's been scores on the first possession of the first and second quarter for South Winn. Warriors took the opening kickoff, went 71 yards in 6 plays, keyed by a Ryan Hageman 35-yard touchdown run, and with 9:22 left in the second quarter, Ryan Hageman put the Warriors up 6-0 as the 2-point run was no good. Jordan Romas was on the receiving end of a Logan Schweinefus pass from 38 yards away at the 9:48 mark of the second quarter. Ryan Hageman had the 2-point run at that time, and with 9:48 to play in the second quarter, it was 14-0. Both teams have dealt with turnovers. Dike New Hartford has turned it over twice. It's resulted in no Warrior points, and turning it over once with South Winn, it did not result in any Wolverine points. So that's where we sit here at the halftime break. Warriors up 14-0. It's kind of like the other night. Warriors maybe feel they could be up more than that, but Dike New Hartford has to feel that maybe they've squandered an opportunity or two as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you have to look at this. Despite, being down 14-0, this Dike New Hartford team has a lot of stuff, to take out of that first half that was positive. And then South Winn, obviously, you got to be happy with a 2-score lead at halftime. But like you said, Darren, some opportunities left out on the field for sure.
But the bottom line is when your defense pitches a shutout, defense for South Winn has been averaging less than 10 points a game this year, and that's what's going to win you games. And going into the playoffs, that's one thing Coach Ort said to me. The bottom line is in a situation like this, we're probably better defensively than we have been with our teams of the past few years, and that gives you a shot really against anybody.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, pitching a shutout, obviously a great chance of success there, Darren, and even going back to Monday night's game against North Cedar, sure, you give up some yardage to the opposing team, but when you can hold them to 14 points, you'll take that every time.
And time to bring in our halftime guest here at the halftime break. We're going to hear from Josh Christensen of Channel 9 here momentarily. 14-0 South Winn leads it here at the halftime break. Nick Pateros from the Courier are going to be joining us at halftime as well. And you definitely know the way to Kelmer twice in 1 week. Ever been to Kelmer before this week?
Last year I did do a game up in Decorah, so I did drive through here.
Okay.
But this is actually the first time I've been on this field, or Monday was that, you could say.
And a 14-0 lead here at the halftime break. Both teams have squandered a couple of opportunities off of turnovers, but all in all, the South Winn defense really playing well.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job of holding Trent Johnson. He's had maybe 1 or 2 good runs, but he hasn't really done anything too much to really make you nervous at all. But like you said, both teams really missed chances. Dike New Hartford, they had 2 turnovers deep inside South Winn territory, and then South Winn just before halftime had that long fumble. You thought maybe they go up 21-0. So even though the scoreboard says 14-0, this is pretty even, I would say, so far. But Dike New Hartford has to figure out how to get their offense going. That's the one thing that's holding them down. And
really, Dike New Hartford defensively playing pretty well as well.
Yeah, you saw it in the second half. North Cedar, they just wore South Winn just wore them out, and it's going to be interesting. Is Dike New Hartford going to get worn out in the second half, or so far so good? They're not letting these South Winn running backs get any huge runs. Hageman, of course, bounced off and got that one big run, but so far the running game hasn't really been able to get going too much so far for South Winn.
And looking around Iowa high school football, Regina, a potential opponent for the winner of this game a week from tomorrow. Have you gotten to see Regina this year? How good are they?
Oh, Regina, I've been able to see them a couple of times, and one thing that really stands out is they get off to fast starts. I mean, they just they score at least 30 plus in the first half, and they're pretty much they pretty much just dominate. And you got to love Drew Cook and what he's done. He's really developed his passing. He can run it too, and they got all these weapons. I mean, for some reason they're still able to reload. Even if they graduate guys, somehow they're able to do that. Jacob Brinkman, really good. That defense is really good. I don't know how they can be stopped for a 5th straight title, but anything can happen. You know, they got beat by Solon, but ever since that loss, they've responded so well. They have not let that bother them at all.
And is it a way when a team on that big winning streak loses a game like that, especially a non-district game, can it benefit them in your mind?
My thought was that maybe it was a good thing that they lost that game, because now, you know, they already had that record for the longest winning streak. Maybe they just didn't have to worry about that anymore. They didn't have to worry about, could they get to 70 or anything like that. So I think maybe in a sense it just lifted a huge weight off their shoulders, and then they thought, okay, let's just start something new. Of course, they're going for a different record with 5 straight state titles, which no one has ever done, but they don't have that hanging over them, that win streak. So maybe that was, in my mind, I felt it was a good thing for them. I think maybe they've responded so well ever since that loss, dominating everybody.
And they're leading Central Decatur 35-14 late second quarter. West Lyon leading IKM 27-0 at the half, and St. Edmund, who Regina beat in the state title game last year, 14-7 lead on South Central coming up at the half, and it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Are you going to go north south or east west in the semifinals? We'll find out later on tonight.
Exactly.
But I'd imagine, especially with West Lyon winning like they are, you're probably going to see Fort Dodge, St. Edmund, and them, and probably South Winn or Dike New Hartford and Iowa City Regina. Your thoughts?
That would be a really good matchup, either one of these teams against Regina. Regina, like I said, they've dominated pretty much everybody that they have played ever since Solon, Cascade. Nobody's really given them anything. I really love to see a South Winn or a Dike New Hartford, just see if Regina's defense can hold up against them. But I love their offense. They're just so explosive, and nobody's really been able to slow them down so far this year.
Yeah, what's coming up tonight on TV9 Sports?
Well, of course, the big one, Iowa City West CR Washington down there. But last I saw, Wash was up 21-0. They're just looking so good this year. I mean, that run game, that defense is just unbelievable. Xavier at West Delaware, haven't heard a score on that.
14-0 last I checked. Xavier, that's interesting. We knew that was going to be a pretty good game. I know that Scott, he's on his way to actually the University of Minnesota, but on his way he was stopping up at Hampton-Dumont with Dyersville Beckman up there, and I believe Dyersville was up 21-14 the last time I heard. So we have that, and I believe we're at Don Bosco as well. Williamsburg really having a great year. One thing, they moved down a class from 3A to 2A. They're undefeated, trying to get there, and I don't know if we'll have highlights of Washington at Pella, but they're hanging in there with them. And New Hampton leading North Fayette Valley 24-7 at the half as well. So
New Hampton quietly having a good year.
Yeah, 3 seed, getting it done here this time of year. Josh, thanks for taking some time here at halftime. We'll watch you later on tonight on Channel 9.
Thank you for having me again.
Josh Christensen joining us here at the halftime break, and we'll continue Media Row. Nick Pateros from the Waterloo Courier joining us. You can follow him at Nick at Courier. That at Courier is easier to spell than Pateros for those of you. He's tweeting updates all night tonight. Nick, this is the 4th time you've gotten to see South Winn this year. How has this football team improved? How are they different than maybe back in week 2 when you saw them against Wapsie Valley?
I'd say probably their biggest difference might be their pass defense. I think the last time they played Dike New Hartford earlier this season, Dike New Hartford was able to move the ball through the air pretty well against them. Dike had a different quarterback in that game, but tonight, they've really shut them down on the passing game. I think just 2 completions and 8 attempts. So a really good defensive effort by the South Winn secondary there, and really, if they took advantage of a couple more of those fumble returns, short field, this could be a bigger margin than it is right now.
But you got to look on the flip side of that. Dike New Hartford getting a couple of plus territory starts after a bad punt and a fumble recovery. They didn't take advantage of their situations either. So both teams, it's kind of been a defensive struggle with teams averaging 36 and 40-some points a game. Just what we all expect in media, right?
Yeah. Well, I think you look at just some big plays being made on the defensive end of the ball with their backs to the wall. I think you look at that. Dike New Hartford looked like they were going to get going after that John Johnson finally broke that 21-yard run, and they come up with Kaboshik and Newmandahl getting sacks and really kind of slowed them down there, and that was Dike's best scoring opportunity there in the first half.
And it'll be interesting to see how things play out with the coaches you talk to and the people you talk to. Different pairings for every round of the football postseason. What type of feedback have you gotten on this new way of pairing things when it comes to football postseason play?
Well, I think when you look at the travel costs and that standpoint of it, the way they're doing it now is probably a plus. You're eliminating some of those long road trips and getting it more geographical, and I think that's going to be the biggest consideration they're looking at there. I know it creates a little bit of excitement for us staying up and waiting for those new round of pairings to be released, and it definitely opens the door for some questioning and with some of the matchups and such. But I think number one, they just wanted to cut down that travel distance.
And around high school football, talk about some of the other teams. I know you get to cover pretty much every class. Who are some of the teams besides the ones you've seen here tonight that have really impressed you this year?
Well, you mentioned that New Hampton score, and that's a team that really impressed me last week. I had a chance to watch them play against Union, and that was a great game. They actually needed to score a touchdown there in the fourth quarter to go ahead in that game, but they've really developed quite a bit of balance. You think of New Hampton as kind of a rushing team historically, but they've been getting a lot done through the air. Hampton Dumont I saw play earlier this year. Their defense has been pretty salty. That's a team that can be pretty strong. And then you obviously look at Don Bosco in the 8-player game and what they've been able to do the last few weeks, and they're poised for a pretty good run there too. So those are some of the teams in our area that look like they're moving really well. And what a brutal district that was there in 2A. When you look at North Fayette Valley, New Hampton, Dyersville, Beckman all reaching the quarterfinal round. And
you got to give credit, and that's one of the things the association will use to defend the expanded format. A 3-seed like New Hampton, I think there's a couple of other 3 seeds playing in the Elite 8 in every class. You know what? Give a team an opportunity on that last Wednesday in October. They can often take advantage of it.
For sure, and you even look at this matchup. Dike New Hartford goes on the road and beats a previously unbeaten West Branch team to have an opportunity here in another game of district rivals. And
talk about what you guys are doing courier-wise for the paper as well as the online stuff when it comes to high school football.
Well, online we've been doing a lot with the Twitter. Got a full staff out in the field tonight, so a lot of Twitter updates there, and on our website WCFcourier.com you can catch live scores, and we'll have halftime updates from all of the games, and we'll have quick game updates after each of these games get completed. So that'll be one where we'll be continually updating it through the night, and it should be another fun night of high school football before we get to see everyone come get into our neck of the woods here in the dome next week.
And it'll be a little warmer for everybody, and that'll be good for us fans and spectators and media people. But the kids on the field, they're going to be pretty warm no matter where it's getting played. Nick, thanks for taking the time, and we'll keep following you at Nick at Courier on Twitter, and we'll read your stuff in the Courier come tomorrow and Sunday.
All right, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
All right, WCF Courier, the website for that one. We want to thank Nick Pateros from the Waterloo Cedar Falls Courier and Josh Christensen from TV9 for helping us out here at the halftime break. 14-0 the score here at the halftime break, and of course we got to thank all these people that are making it possible, and we'll have enough time in a situation like this to talk about everybody, and that's going to be your job, Mr. Wanless.
Yeah, let's start with Wilchin Construction, providing crushed rock, large aggregate, bedding lime, decorative landscape boulders, and excavation services for farm, home, and businesses. For over 69 years in Winneshiek County, Wilchin Construction in Kelmer, Rock On Warriors. State Bank wishes to congratulate the South Winn Warrior football team on their winning season. Good luck in the postseason from all your friends at State Bank, community-minded, customer-focused, member FDIC. Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Austin, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offers multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business. With over 35 years of experience, they are happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Austin. Luena Savings Bank, proudly serving rural Iowa with quality loan products and deposit services since 1908. Offices in Luena, Ocean, New Hampton, Polk City, and Clive. Luena Savings Bank, full-service banking, proud supporters of all Northeast Iowa high school athletes. Member FDIC. Calmer Motors. Full sales, service, and repairs for your automobile. Cooper Tire Dealer in Calmer. Cooper Tires on sale now. Calmer Motors wishes the South Winn Warriors football team success in their postseason action. Calmer Motors on Highway 52 east of Calmer. Calmer Manufacturing. For over 120 years, their quality, service, and dependability have helped them succeed in creating prestigious architectural woodwork projects on a global scale. Calmer Manufacturing proudly supports the South Winn Warriors football team in their postseason competition. And Wicks Construction is a proud supporter of all area high school athletes and wishes South Winn success in their postseason play. Wicks Construction, a solid reputation built on a strong foundation.
A couple of other scores. Regina has gone to halftime, leading Central Decatur 35-14. New Hampton at halftime 24-7.
Wow.
Leaders over North Fayette Valley. 3 seeds getting it done. Love it. Love it. No disrespect to North Fayette Valley. It's just you deal with me a lot, and I love the new playoff format. And when those 3 seeds get an opportunity and take advantage of it, it's just a real cool thing. And HLV also leading Elkader Central by a 20-12 margin here to start the halftime end of things. Cedar Rapids Xavier leading West Delaware by a 17-0 margin. The other scores in Class 1A, IKM trailing West Lyon by a 27-0 margin at the halftime break, and St. Ed's and South Central. St. Ed's leading 14-7 at the halftime break in that one. So that is how we have it. Is we've got a pretty good crowd here in Calmer tonight for this quarterfinal round matchup.
Yeah, and I can tell you, Darren, a little bit of a weather update as we feel some pretty strong wind up from our vantage point here on top of the press box. I will say that down below us, I had a chance to go down there real quick. The wind much less significant down there, so something we were wondering at the top of the broadcast whether it would really affect the game doesn't appear like it is, at least at this point.
Darren Swenson, Chris Wanless, our producer Paul Wanless, somewhere
enjoying the less windy portion of the stadium, I think.
Well, we'll go producer-less here in the second half. He can give us hand signals from down below. But Dike New Hartford will get the football. South Winn will kick from left to right to restart the ball game. Both teams defensively have played well. 14-0 the score, and defense is what gets it done this time of year. I would imagine if these scores stay put at halftime, and this is just me speculating, it would probably be an east-west divide. And my guess is a week from Saturday it'll be South Winn and Iowa City Regina at 10 o'clock in the morning. But you know what? There's 24 minutes of football to play before we talk about anything. Jordan Romas will kick off from left to right. Connor Newroth, as well as Preston Wheat, back deep for Dike New Hartford. Here's the approach by Romas and the kick. This one coming down to the near side, a deep kick, and Wheat takes it from the 7. He gets to the 20, gets knocked back by Jacobson and Ryan Hageman. They're going to mark him at the 22-yard line. Good kick coverage for the Warriors.
Good kick coverage, and Wheat didn't help himself out there by basically just stopping his momentum when he saw tacklers coming at him, and that allowed him to drive him back. So good start on the second half kickoff for South Winn.
First and 10, 22-yard line for Dike New Hartford, right to left. Connor Newroth to the left side, Carter Bixby off to the right. Ragsdale and Johnson in an I formation. McCleary is under center. Newroth in motion left to right. McCleary takes the snap, gives to Ragsdale. He runs into Christian Clave, tries to bounce off that tackle, but cannot. He gets brought down near the right side hash mark at the 24. It's a gain of 2.
Clave just doing a great job stepping up into that gap on that play, Darren, making sure that thing wasn't going anywhere.
2nd and 8 from the 24-yard line. Warriors up 14-0, trying to get to the semifinals for the second time in school history. Connor Newroth and Drew Aldrichs to the left side. I formation with Ragsdale and with Trent Johnson. Tight end on the right side is Nicholson. McCleary gives to Johnson, explodes off the left side, tried to cut it back, gets covered up in the vicinity of the 27-yard line. Hageman tripped him up. Uribe finished him off. It is a gain of 3, 3rd and 5 upcoming.
And he gets that momentum going quick, Darren, like we talked about in the first half. But if you can get a hand on him, at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, or even behind it, you can really limit what he can do after that contact.
3rd and 5 from the 27. Offset backfield to the left side. McCleary under center with twins to the right. Bixby in motion, right to left. The pitch goes to Bixby left side. He's hit by Trayton Jacobson at the left hash mark and brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard, a 3 and out from the defense.
Ball carrier maybe zigged when he should have zagged on that one. Maybe should have kept trying to take that one to the edge, but he tried to cut it back inside, and nothing doing there. Just a great open field tackle and a nice 3 and out forced here by South Winn to start the second half.
4th and 4 from the 28-yard line. Jacob Moron in punt formation. He will kick to Jordan Romas. Romas back in single safety as both these teams use a spread formation on the punt and add a motion man to it. And a flag comes down, and I believe the Warriors might have jumped into the neutral zone. The Warriors were pointing towards the center, perhaps saying he moved the football. The referee is going to bring the line judge in, get his thoughts.
Someone was trying to call timeout before that play. I couldn't tell if it was on this near sideline or on the Dike New Hartford sideline, though.
It's going to be an encroachment against South Winn, and the 5-yard penalty will give the Wolverines a first down from the 33-yard line. Johnson and Ragsdale in an I formation, receivers left and right. Tight end right side, Nicholson. Give to Johnson right side into a crowd. He runs to the 35 to the 40, covered up near the 43-yard line. Clave brought him down from behind. They'll mark him at the 42. It is a gain of 9 yards.
Patient run that time from Johnson. Just kind of waited for something to develop. Got up a little slow after that tackle, but looks to be okay now.
2nd and 1 from the 42. Offset backfield to the right side with Ragsdale and Johnson. Twins to the left. McCleary under center. Newroth in motion left to right. Give to Johnson right side. First down and more. He'll run to the 46-yard line. Got knocked back from Landers Kaboshik at that point. A gain of 4, first down, 14-0 Warriors, 3 minutes into the second half.
Dike New Hartford picking up another first down, and at this point that's what they need to do offensively, keep stringing these positive plays together, because like we said, they were shut out in the first half, Darren, and as vaunted as this rushing attack was coming in, we just haven't really seen it explode to this point.
1st and 10, 46-yard line, I formation, receivers left and right. Give is to Johnson. Plows off left guard, gets knocked back from the 48-yard line. The South Winn front doing the job. It was Ryan Hageman and Tyler Numedal bringing him down that time. It's a gain of 8, or a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Another thing we talked about before we came on air, Darren, was the fact that, Johnson's a guy that over the last 2 games has had 60-some carries, in playoff action, and with 4 games in 14 days, that can take a toll on a guy. So, maybe getting to the point here for Trent Johnson where there's just not a whole lot of gas left in the tank.
2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line. I formation, twins to the left side. Taking the snap, McCleary. He'll swing it out left side, and it's incomplete. Newroth couldn't hang onto it on the quick out, covered by Meyer on the left numbers at the 50, 3rd and 8.
That's a pass that's, quite frankly, that's got to be hauled in there, Darren. It was put right in the spot where you want it, just led the receiver a little bit, got his momentum going upfield, but wasn't able to haul it in. And now South Winn with another opportunity to kind of step up here defensively and force another 4th down.
14-0 South Winn. 8:11 to play in the third. I formation, receivers left and right. 3rd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Newroth in motion right to left. Pitch goes to Johnson, left side, looks for a hole. Finds one at the 50. He's to the 40. Lowers the shoulder inside the 40 and brought down near the left side hash mark by Logan Schweinefus at the 38-yard line. It's a first down and a gain of 14.
Nice job there. It looked like South Winn was going to have that one stopped or strung out, Darren, but Johnson just made a cut right up the field, stuck his foot in the ground, and then, like you said, put his shoulder down at the end of that play right into Schweinefus for the Warriors.
1st and 10, 38-yard line, left hash. Newroth in motion, left to right, I formation. McCleary under center, takes the snap, gives off the right side to Johnson, has an opening, exploits it. He runs to the 29-yard line, got bent back by Lensing and Romas at that time. They'll mark him closer to the 30. It is a gain of 8 yards.
I think Johnson might have heard my comment there, and definitely on these last 2 plays, looks like there's plenty left in that guy's tank.
2nd down and 2 from the 30. 7:18 to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn. Dike New Hartford on the drive. This is the 10th play of the drive that started at their own 22, extended on a 4th down encroachment for South Winn. McCleary option, gives to Ragsdale off the right side. He'll just plow ahead up the right hash mark and get to the 21-yard line. It'll be a first down. Jordan Romas in on the stop.
Well, like you said, Ragsdale wearing number 99, also a defensive lineman, so clearly a big body to bring down in there, and just kind of bowled ahead, bowled over some defenders, picked up the first down, and Dike New Hartford again threatening, although to this point they haven't been able to take advantage of these types of opportunities.
1st and 10, 21-yard line. Twins to the right side, football on the right hash. I formation in the backfield. Pitch to Johnson, left side. Gets a nice block, but perhaps an illegal one as a flag goes down. It was Numedal that brought him down at the 17-yard line. A hold is going to be called on Dike New Hartford. Johnson got 4, but it won't count. Hold occurred at the 22, so that'll back him up to the 32 and make it first down and 21. Not what you wanted to see on first down if you're Dike New Hartford.
No, especially after you've strung a few plays together, and like you said, Darren, 11-12 play drive at this point. With mostly positive plays, but now setback 1st and 21 doesn't bode well for this Dike New Hartford offense.
6.5 to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn. McCleary under center, takes the snap, fires over the middle, threw it short to Nicholson, who was covered well by Meyer, cutting over the middle at the 20. It's 2nd down.
Just tried a little quick hitter there, a slant right over the middle, and you see the intended receiver there kind of shaking his hand after the play. That ball might have been a little hot, and in these cold conditions, when it hits your hand like that, it's tough.
It tickles a little bit. Yeah. 2nd and 21 from the 33-yard line. 6:25 to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn. Receivers left and right. Ragsdale and Johnson in an I formation. McCleary under center. He'll take the snap. He'll give to Johnson left side. Runs to the 30. Dragged down by Ben Meyer at the 28-yard line in the center of the field. Gain of 4.
And, we've seen Johnson a couple explosive plays on this drive, but when it's a 2nd down and 21 situation, Darren, South Winn has a little bit more freedom defensively to kind of move some guys around, and they step up that time, limit him to 5, and now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and 16, call it from the 27. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Pistol set. McCleary takes the snap. He has time. He swings it right side. Incomplete. Newroth was defended by Trayton Jacobson near the 20. It is a 4th down upcoming. Don Betts not happy with the no call by the head linesman on the far side.
Well, if it was if this was the NFL, Darren, he'd probably have a case there, but it was some contact before the ball was out of the quarterback's hand, which as we know at the high school and at the college level is perfectly legal.
4th and 17 from the 28-yard line. 5:45 left in the third. It is 14-0 Dike New Hartford. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. McCleary in the shotgun. Johnson off to his left. McCleary waiting for the snap, takes it, retreats in the pocket, pop flies the right side, going for Newroth, knocked down by Jacobson, and Newroth didn't make the catch on the deflection. It's incomplete and a 4th down turnover. So Dike New Hartford takes the first 6 minutes, 21 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter, but gets 0 points.
Yeah, and that's a killer right there, because if you're going to take that much time off the clock, Darren, obviously you want to put some points on the board. Now you've just basically cut an entire quarter in half and have nothing to show for it. But on that play, you need a better throw there. It was a good route by Newroth to get off the press coverage and get a step on the defender, but the ball was just underthrown.
1st and 10 from the 28 for the Warriors, moving left to right, 5:38-9 to play here in the third. Give to Clave, left side, gets across the 30, brought down on the far side hash mark at the 35-yard line. Preston Wheat in on the play, gain of 7 yards.
And if you're South Winn, basically what you want to do here is take the first 90% of that Dike New Hartford drive, make a carbon copy, and change the ending a little bit, put some more points on the board.
2nd and 3 from the 35. 3 receivers set, 2 left, 1 right. Romas in motion left to right. Give to Clave. Runs the left side, covered up at the left hash mark at the 37-yard line. Finished off on the play by Kyle Dennis. It is 3rd and 1 for the Warriors. 5 minutes to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn.
Big 3rd and 1 here, Darren, for both sides. Really, South Winn obviously wanting to hang on to the football, but Dike New Hartford at this point down 2 scores. You need to find ways to get the ball back as quickly as possible when you're on defense.
3rd and 1 from the 37. Meyer to the left side. Lensing and Romas to the near side right. Romas will go in motion right to left. Pistol set. Give to Trayton Jacobson. Runs into Kyle Dennis at the middle of the line and got bent back from there. Dennis got him first. Help came from Blaine Becker. It is a loss of a yard, and it's 4th down upcoming. 4:18 to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn.
And again, nothing guaranteed here. We've seen South Winn go for it in worse field position than this, Darren, so wouldn't be surprised by anything here.
4th and 2, and one thing to keep in mind is Logan Schweinefus, the quarterback, is also South Winn's punter. Offense staying on the field on a 4th and 2 from the 36. 2 receivers right. Pistol set. Hageman, Clave, and Schweinefus. Give to Hageman, plowing ahead off the right side. He gets the first down and more. Stood up and knocked back from the 41-yard line. It is a gain of 5 yards, the right side of the Warrior offensive line. Tanner Kennan, Landers Kaboshik plowing the path for Ryan Hageman, and the Warriors move the sticks.
Like you said, Kennan and Kaboshik there just making enough of a push there to pick up the first down. And you can question the decision to go for it, but hey, when it works out, it's always right.
Well, you had confidence in your kids to get it done. That's the way you sell that. First down at 10, 41-yard line. 3 receivers set, 2 right, 1 left. Schweinefus takes the snap off play action. He has plenty of time in the pocket, fires down the middle of the field, going for Jordan Romas. Romas makes the catch at the 20-yard line, and actually Newroth wrestled it out of his hands and comes up with the interception.
Wow.
Connor Newroth and Jordan Romas in a jump ball at the 20. Newroth able to wrestle it away from Jordan Romas. 2nd turnover of the night for the Warriors.
I mean, that's been a really fun matchup to watch all game, Darren, on a few deep balls, and both guys really showing off the skills that time. Romas, first of all, going up, looking like he came down with it, which would have been outstanding, and Newroth just going in and ripping it away, which that takes some effort to rip it away from a guy like Jordan Romas.
3:09 to play in the third. 14-0 South Winn. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Give to Johnson. Looks for a hole off the left side. Bent ahead to the 22-yard line. Ben Meyer in on the stop. It's a gain of 3 yards.
But, the thing here for Dike New Hartford now, Darren, is, one of your top defensive backs gives you another opportunity, but you don't know how often or how many more opportunities you're going to get. At some point, you have to go down the field and score some points.
2nd and 7 from the 22. Receivers left and right, I formation. Ragsdale and Johnson. Newroth in motion right to left. Football on the left near side hash mark. Give to Johnson left side. Hit by Ryan Hageman. Covered up. at the 23-yard line. Johnson with a gain of a yard, 3rd and 6 upcoming. 2:22 to play in the third, 14-0 South Winn.
You got to give credit to the Warrior defense again. Another turnover, but again they step up 1st and 2nd down and hold Dike New Hartford to minimal gains, and now a chance to force the second 3 and out of the second half.
3rd and 6 from the 23. Bixby to the left side, Nicholson and Newrot to the right side. McCleary in the shotgun, Johnson to his left. Football towards the left or near side hash mark. 3rd and 6 from the 23. Give to Johnson right side. Hit near the line of scrimmage. Brought down near the 25-yard line. First contact, Carson Lensing. And it's 4th down for Dike New Hartford.
Little, I guess I'd say curious set of plays there, Darren. On 3rd and 6, I know you've got a pretty good back there, but they haven't been getting a whole lot done. They've maybe busted off 3 plays tonight that have gone for long yardage, but for the most part, South Winn's been very good on the interior of that defensive line.
Moore on in punt formation. Romas back deep in single safety for South Winn. Moore will take the snap. He'll roll to his right. He's looking to kick, and he kicks it away. It rolls across the 45 and rolled out of bounds near the 49-yard line. A punt of 24, and the Warriors will start with plus territory field position with 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Don Betzer is asking perhaps for a roughing the kicker penalty there. I think what happened is Kaboshik actually hit Moore before he actually became a kicker.
Well, and the thing is, Darren, at some point as a referee, don't you say that someone has declared themselves a runner?
Yeah.
So
I think the contact came before he went into his kicking motion, and that's why there was no flag there. 1st and 10, 49-yard line in Wolverine territory, and the Wolverines jump into the neutral zone. So it'll be 1st and 5 in Wolverine territory from the 44.
And, as the clock gets closer and closer to the end of the third quarter, like I said, Darren, if you're Dike New Hartford, the opportunities are getting fewer and fewer here. You got to come up with something, but South Winn, nice job there, showing some discipline, getting Dike New Hartford to jump offside, and now you set yourself up 1st and 5.
Hageman a touchdown run. Schweinefus to Romas, a touchdown pass in the first half. Give to Hageman left side, big hole. He runs to the 40, gets dragged down right there. Nice open field stop by Ragsdale, bringing down Hageman on the far side. Numbers at the 40.
And, if anyone came into this game tonight expecting South Winn to put up another 415 yards, they were sadly mistaken because, honestly, both of these defenses have played pretty well tonight. It's just that South Winn has been able to grab a couple opportunities. 2nd
and 1 from the 40 left hash. Twins left pistol set. Schweinefus gives to Jacobson, hitting the backfield, covered up near the left hash mark, right at the 40, short of the first down. He was brought down by Jake Sonnenberg, so it's 3rd down and 1 upcoming.
You got to give credit specifically, I guess, Darren, to the interior of both of these defenses. They've both, in tight spots, they've been able to come up and get a lot of penetration, fill a lot of gaps in there, and they both stood up when they've needed to.
12 minutes to play in this one, 14-0 South Winn.
Let's hear from a few of the people helping make this broadcast possible, starting with Wilchin Construction, providing crushed rock, large aggregate, bedding lime, decorative landscape boulders, and excavation services for farm, home, and businesses for over 69 years in Winneshiek County. Wilchin Construction in Kelmer. Rock on, Warriors. State Bank wishes to congratulate our South Winn Warrior football team on their winning season. Good luck in the postseason from all your friends at State Bank, community-minded, customer-focused, member FDIC. And Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Austin, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offering multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business with over 35 years of experience. They're happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Ocean.
3rd and 1 from the 40-yard line. Warriors right to left in the fourth quarter, leading 14-0. Ryan Hageman, a touchdown run on the first series of the first quarter. A Schweinefus to Romas connection on the first series of the second quarter have been the scores tonight for South Winn. 3rd and 1 from the 40. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Schweinefus, Hageman, and Clave in the pistol. Romas in motion right to left. Schweinefus takes the snap, gives to Hageman left side, bursts through to just the 38-yard line. It'll be a first down. He got just enough. Kyle Dennis, the ankle tackle, brought him down.
Nice job there. Just enough push by that South Winn offensive line to pick up the first down. That was probably 4-down territory anyway there,
Yep.
Darren, but better to get it done on 3rd down than have to face that 4th down situation.
Ethan Kipp, Tanner Kinnan, the tackles, Anthony Emanuel, and Landers Kaboshik, the guards, and Jeremy Emo, the center for South Winn. 1st and 10, Wolverine territory at the 38, left hash, double wing set, pistol set. Give us to Jacobson. He's hitting the backfield and knocked back as he tried the right side. Ragsdale met him first. He got some help as he's marked down at the 41. It's a loss of 3.
Ball was stripped out of there, Darren, but it was well after his forward progress had been blown dead. But, you know, there's another example of Dike New Hartford has really made some nice plays defensively tonight. It's just been basically South Winn's been able to be pretty good on 1st and 2nd down throughout the ball game, and when you set yourself up with 3rd and short, it's hard to stop.
2nd and 13 from the 41. Snap to Schweinefus, pitch to Hageman left side. Hageman looks for a gap, doesn't find one as he ran into his own blocker and got covered up right near the 41-yard line. Making sure he didn't go any further was Blaine Becker. It is 3rd down upcoming.
And again, probably 4-down territory. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Ort kind of approaches this as one of those situations where maybe you try to pick up a piece of what you need here and then use that 4th down play to get the rest. But 2 back-to-back pretty nice plays by this Dike New Hartford defense.
10.5 to play, fourth quarter, 14-0 Warriors. 3rd and 13 from the 41. 3 receivers right, Romas to the near side left. Romas in motion left to right, and he gets the handoff on a sweep to the right side. There's a flag down as he bounces it to the numbers. He bounces off a defender at the 30. There's a flag down on the far sideline as well as Dennis knocks him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Laundry all over the field. 10-11 to play, fourth quarter, 14-0 South Winn. A Hageman touchdown run, a Schweinefus to Romas connection of 38 yards for another touchdown. First flag came from the referee behind the play. Second flag came from the head linesman basically at the point of contact. Do we have offsetting or do we have 2 fouls on the same squad? It'll be a hold against South Winn. It'll be a personal foul against Dike New Hartford, so they'll offset. It was probably something on the tackle on the far side. Since it was a live ball personal foul as compared to a dead ball personal foul, since it was a live ball penalty, they will replay the down, 3rd and 13 from the 41-yard line.
Well,
41-yard line.
From Dike New Hartford's perspective, you can either make this a good thing or, kind of shoot yourself in the foot because they made a nice play out there. It would have set up a 4th down, but now you have to step up and make another big play on this repeated 3rd down.
Lensing and Romas to the left side, Meyer to the right. Pistol set with Hageman, Clave, and Schweinefus. Football on the left or near side hash mark. Schweinefus takes the snap, gives to Hageman, right side, finds a gap, 35-30, rides a defender and gets brought down at the 30-yard line. The tackle will go to Sonnenberg. It's a gain of 11 and a 4th and 2 for the Warriors.
Great burst through the hole that time by Hageman, and this is an interesting situation here, Darren, because we have seen Dike New Hartford be able to step up and get some stops in short yardage situations. So this one definitely going to come down to the trenches on this 4th down. 4th
and 2 from the 30-yard line. Harold and Romas to the right side. Pistol set with Schweinefus, Clave, and Hageman. And Jason Ort will call a timeout. 9:28 to play, fourth quarter, 14-0 South Winn.
Luena Savings Bank, proudly serving local Iowa with quality loan products and deposit services since 1908. Offices in Luena, Ossian, New Hampton, Polk City, and Clive. Luena Savings Bank, full-service banking, proud supporters of all Northeast Iowa high school athletes, member FDIC. Calmer Motors, full sales, service, and repairs for your automobile. A Cooper Tire dealer in Calmer. Cooper Tires on sale now. Calmer Motors wishes the South Winn Warriors football team success in their postseason action. Calmer Motors on Highway 52 east of Calmer. And Calmer Manufacturing. For over 120 years, their quality, service, and dependability have helped them succeed in creating prestigious architectural woodwork projects on a global scale. Calmer Manufacturing proudly supports the South Winn Warriors football team in their postseason competition.
4th and 2 from the 30-yard line. North Fayette Valley trailing 24-14 on New Hampton. West Delaware is pulled within 17-14 of Xavier. Set 4th and 2 from the 30. Pistol set, twins to the right side. Give to Hageman, left side. Hit near the line of scrimmage. Just plows ahead to near the 28-yard line. It'll depend on the spot of the football. Ragsdale, the man that brought him down. It appears to be enough, at least from this angle. And it will be enough. First down.
You know, sometimes in those short yardage situations, you just kind of have to put two hands over the football and fall forward, and that's exactly what Hageman did. Picked it up by just enough.
So first down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Left hash, Meyer to the right side. Two tight ends, pistol set with Hageman, Schweinefus, and Clave. And Dike New Hartford jumps into the neutral zone once again. Update on all of the 1A scores. Regina up on Central Decatur 42-14. West Lyon up 27-7 on IKM Manila. And Fort Dodge St. Edmund up on South Central 28-13. All games in the fourth quarter.
Ball is spotted at the Wolverine.
So first and 5 it'll be from the 23-yard line. 9:08 to play in this one. 14-0 South Winn. Meyer to the right side, two tight ends, pistol set with Hageman and Clave. 10 in the box for Dike New Hartford. Give to Clave, left side, tough run, up the hash mark, inside the 20, brought down. At the 11-yard line, they'll mark him at the 12. Clave with a gain of 11 and a first down, ridden down on the play by Drew Aldrich.
And South Winn keeps picking up first downs, keeps that clock rolling, Darren, and I think they want to make this drive the finisher, so to speak.
Romas to the right side. Two tight ends on a line of scrimmage. First and 10 from the 12-yard line, left hash. Romas in motion with a pistol set. Give to Clave, left side. Finds a gap inside the 10. Brought down near the left side hash mark at the 8-yard line. Drew Eldricks in on the stop.
And, as good as the interior of that defensive front for Dike New Hartford has been tonight, it looks to me, Darren, like South Winn at this point is just starting to wear them down. This offensive line of the Warriors is really getting some good push off the ball right now.
8:10 to play, fourth quarter, 14-0 Warriors. 2nd and 5 from the 7-yard line. Romas to the right side, two tight ends. Schweinefus, Hageman, and Clave in a pistol set. Romas goes in motion. Give to Clave, left side, hit near the line of scrimmage and dragged down. In the vicinity of the 7-yard line. Good job up front by the Dike New Hartford defense, led by Tommy Irwin. It's third down.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Warriors.
3rd and 5, or 3rd and 6, call it, from the 8-yard line. 7.5 to play. The Warriors have had the football since the 58-second mark of the third quarter. This drive started at the Dike New Hartford 49-yard line. Football on the left hash. Romas split to the right side. Numedal and Lensing, the tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Schweinefus, Hageman, and Clave in a pistol set. Here's Schweinefus running the option right side. He's hit outside the 15-yard line and dragged down. Ragsdale in on the stop, as well as Jake Sonnenberg. They'll mark him all the way back to the 18, and it's fourth down for South Winn.
Fourth down here, Darren, and also keep in mind the clock continues to roll, under 7 minutes now, and South Winn obviously can still pick up a first down here around the 2-yard line, but Dike New Hartford needs to get a stop here, Darren, or that'll be pretty much all she wrote.
And the Warriors will take a timeout. It will be their second timeout they've taken this half. With 6:30 to play in the fourth quarter, it is 14-0 South Winn.
And why don't we thank some of the people helping make the broadcast possible tonight, starting with Wicks Construction. They are a proud supporter of all area high school athletes, and they wish the South Winn Warriors success in their postseason play. Wicks Construction, a solid reputation built on a strong foundation. And hey, while we're talking about construction, why don't we talk about Wilchin Construction, providing crushed rock, large aggregate, bedding lime, decorative landscape boulders, and excavation services for farm, home, and businesses for over 69 years in Winneshiek County. Wilchin Construction in Kelmer, rock on Warriors. And State Bank wishes to congratulate our South Winn Warrior football team on their winning record. Good luck in the postseason from all your friends at State Bank. Community-minded, customer-focused, member FDIC.
Rain beginning to fall a little bit here in Kilmer. 6:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. It is a 14-0 lead for South Winn. They have a 4th down and 18 back at the 15-yard line, so call it 4th and 13. Two receivers right side, pistol set. Schweinefus toss to Hageman. Hageman looking to throw, fires to the end zone, and Romas makes the catch. Touchdown, South Winn! Ryan Hageman and Jordan Romas connect for the second game in a row. It's 20-0 Warriors with 6:24 to play.
Well, we've seen that play, like you mentioned, Darren. We've seen it before. We saw it in the last game against North Cedar. It worked then. It works now. Romas having to do a little more work this time, going up over a defender, but he comes down with it, and that one right there, Darren, might be the dagger.
Heck of a drive that time for the Warriors. 49 yards in 11 plays, and it took 6 minutes, 22 seconds off the clock. Warriors going for 2. Clavin motion left to right. Schweinefus will take the snap. He'll swing it out right side, and it's knocked down near the line of scrimmage, incomplete by Jake Sonnenberg. 6:24 left in this one. The South Winn Warriors with a 3-score lead and 6 minutes and 24 seconds away from the Unidome.
And how about we get one more in for Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Austin, along with Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company, offering multiple lines of insurance. They can quote your auto, home, farm, or business. With over 35 years of experience, they are happy to offer strong insurance protection at prices you can afford. Give them a call or stop in for a quote. Bushman Insurance, 109 West Main Street in Austin.
Ryan Hageman throwing the football this year, 4 of 5, 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jordan Romas with his 13th touchdown of the season receiving. He also has 2 touchdowns rushing and 1 touchdown passing. He scored a touchdown in 8 of the 12 games this season. So Romas will kick off from right to left to restart the ball game.
Well, Darren, unless Dike New Hartford's passing game opens up real quick, this one, just a matter of pretty much salting it away for South Winn.
Or their special teams, perhaps, here. As Romas will kick it, and it'll roll down to Wheat at the 15-yard line. Tries to cut it back towards the middle and gets covered up in the vicinity of the 25-yard line. Ryan Hageman, or Trayton Jacobson, I should say, and Tyler Numedal in on the stop that time. So it's 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Left to right, 6:18 to play, 20-0 South Winn.
Well, it'll be interesting, especially as this rain starts to fall, Darren, because obviously Dike New Hartford needing to move the ball in fairly large chunks at this point, so we'll see what they decide to go with.
McCleary in the shotgun, trips to the right side. McCleary quick toss, right side caught. Newroth at the right, hash mark, slips the defender to the 30, cutting left. 35-40, far sideline, 45-50, into Dike New Hartford territory and shoved to the sideline by Jordan Romas at the 41-yard line. It is a gain on the play of 33 and a 1st down for Dike New Hartford.
Well, short play. A lot of yards after the catch that time for Newroth. Ran all the way across the field, outran a couple of South Winn defenders. So Dike New Hartford using the short pass to pick up a lot of yardage.
1st and 10, 41-yard line, 6:07 to play, 20-0. South Winn, 3 receivers right, single receiver off to the left. McCleary takes the snap. Quick toss right side, caught by Weed. He's inside the 35, brought down in the center of the field by Ben Meyer at the 28-yard line. So the Wolverines ain't dead yet. It's a 13-yard gain and a first down.
It's one of those situations, Darren, where you look at these two plays and you're thinking to yourself, man, why didn't they try this earlier? But they wanted to keep feeding the
horse that
Haas
got
at
him
running
there.
back, so you can't fault them for that.
1st and 10, 28-yard line. Give to Johnson, running up the middle, gets covered up in the vicinity of the 25-yard line. Ryan Hageman the stop. It's a gain of 3 yards.
And you got to keep in mind too that you have to get in the end zone, Darren, and then probably recover an onside kick, repeat that process, and then repeat it once more. So a lot of work ahead of Dike New Hartford if they want to get back in this ballgame.
5:27 left, 20-0 Warriors. Dike New Hartford 2nd and 7 from the 25. 3 receivers left, single receiver off to the right is Drew Aldrich. McCleary takes the snap. Quick toss left side, catch made by Wheat. Gets a block from Newroth up the left side. Gets inside the 20, knocked to the sideline by Ben Meyer at the 15. It'll be a gain of 12 and a first down for Dike New Hartford. 5:10 left, 20-0 South Winn. Football on the left or far side hash mark.
And they say that he did not get out of bounds there, Darren.
So the clock will run with 5 minutes to play. 3 receivers right, single receiver off to the left. McCleary in the gun, Johnson to his left. Johnson gets a handoff, big hole left side, 10, 5, touchdown. So Johnson with the score, his 16th in the last 5 games, his 29th of the season. 4:55 left. Dike New Hartford ain't done yet.
Well, I need to stop saying things that
Yeah, you do.
Dike New Hartford players obviously tuning into our broadcast tonight, because every time I say something, they come out and prove me wrong.
It's a 77-yard drive that took just 1:27 off the clock. Leggy on for the PAT, 42 of 50 in that category this year. Snap, a high one, gloved nicely by Moore, and the kick is up, and it is good. So 20-7, 4:55 left. Onside kick, you would guess, coming. But Dike New Hartford does have 3 timeouts remaining. So, you know what? Coach Betts knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you could probably make an argument for either decision here, Darren. I think if it were me, I would probably go the onside kick route. But, like you said, he's down on the sideline, and I'm up here.
This is FM 100.5, KDEC FM Decorah, and KDECRadio.net. Our producer, Paul Wanless. Chris Wanless, Darren Swenson here in Kelmer. We've had fun covering games here in Kelmer. I want to thank Bruce Gullickson, the fine AD down here at South Winn, and everybody else for making us feel welcome down here. Getting to do games outdoors adds a little bit. We get to get treated like spectators, and you know what? That's fine. Because all we are is fans when you really get down to it. As Leggy kicks, and it'll be a pop fly to the near side. It didn't go 10 yards to this point, and the ball is just going to die at the 46-yard line and be down there by Dike New Hartford. It had a couple of nice bounces to it. Had it gone 4 more yards, could have been a heck of a lot more interesting. But the Warriors will have it 1st and 10 at the Dike New Hartford 46.
Now, is that a play, Darren, where if it doesn't go 10 yards, the official can just blow it dead?
Somebody needs to touch it down in most cases by the defense there.
So if the kicking team touches it, though, shouldn't that be an illegal touching penalty?
If the kicking team touches it...
and it didn't go 10 yards.
Well, but if they don't touch it, the receiving team can pick it up and take it in for a score. So 1st down and 10 at the 46-yard line. Schweinefus takes, gives to Hogman, tries to bounce it left to the outside and cannot do it as he's thrown to the sideline at the 47-yard line. It's a loss of a yard on the play as Kyle Dennis Thought there was a fumble, but there was not. It's a no gain on the play, 2nd and 10 upcoming, and they got him out of bounds with 4:48 left, so that saves the timeout right there.
Yeah, best scenario there for Dike New Hartford. Gain of nothing, and you get the ball carrier out of bounds.
But going back to the onside kick, that would be technically the spot of first touching.
Okay.
In a situation like that, just like on a punt. So if the kicking team touches it and doesn't secure it, the receiving team can still pick it up without penalty. Schweinefus takes 2nd and 10 from the 46, skips at Hageman left side. Hageman, horse collar down on the near side at the 39-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. It was Blaine Becker that got him down by the horse collar, and the line judge missed it.
Yeah, it sure looked like he got inside the shoulder pads that time, Darren.
And I think the line judge just told that to Coach Orr, too. I missed it. So 3rd down and 3 upcoming from the 39-yard line. 4:18 left in this one. Warriors up 20-7. Romas to the right side. Pistol set to tight ends on the line of scrimmage. Football on the left hash, 9 to the back for Dike New Hartford. Gidva Hageman left side. Tries to bounce it left to the outside and slides to a stop at the 31. Preston Wheat brought him down, and a smart play there by Hageman to stay in bounds.
Yeah, good play by him there. Obviously, the presence of mind to know that he wasn't going to get past the defenders, and they were going to take him out of bounds at some point. So definitely a nice play by Hageman just to get down to his knee.
Dike New Hartford will take the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining with 3:52 left in the ball game. The South Winn Warriors 20-7 leaders on Dike New Hartford. Jordan Romas, 2 touchdown catches tonight. 1 from Logan Schweinefus, 1 from Ryan Hageman. A touchdown run from Ryan Hageman as well. Romas, a year ago in the playoff game against Dike New Hartford, he caught one, and he threw a touchdown pass. So
the trifecta.
Exact. Well said. And he also had a rushing touchdown against Dike New Hartford this year. Don't know if Ryan Hageman's nearing that 100-yard mark tonight, but Hageman has had over 100 yards in 8 of the 11 games to this point. Jordan Romas has scored a touchdown in 8 of the 12 games to this point. It's going to be a 4th and 1 from the 37-yard line for South Winn. 3:52 left in this one. And Romas will line up at quarterback. Wing left is Meyer. 2 tights on the line of scrimmage. They only got 10 on the field right now. There's a give to Clay. Left side, big hole. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Shoved to the sideline by Preston Wheat at the 1-yard line. A 36-yard gain on the 4th and short. It is 1st and goal for South Winn.
Well, when you sell out on the run, Darren, it doesn't leave any secondary run support. And once you break that first level, a lot of green grass in front of you. Unfortunately, wasn't able to outrun that last defender, but the most important thing there is you got the chains moved, and now you're knocking on the doorstep again.
Left hash at the 2. Romas and Hageman in the pistol. 2 tight ends and a wing to the right side is Meyer. Give to Hageman left side. He's in. Touchdown. The Warriors are heading to the Unidome. 3:39 left, 26-7. Ryan Hageman has been involved in 3 of the 4 scores tonight. That's rushing touchdown number 26 for 22.
And, give South Winn credit. They pitched a shutout in the first half, Darren. They've only allowed 7 here in the second half, but they've been able to put 26, possibly 28 points on the board. So taking advantage of opportunity.
Romas takes the snap, gives to Clave. He cuts it in off right guard and walks into the end zone for the score. It is 28-7 South Winn. As there's a little bit of extracurricular activity after the play, as perhaps some frustration shown by the Dike New Hartford players. 3:39 left. Officials do a good job of squelching it. 3:39 left. 28-7 South Winn. Ryan Hageman 2 rushing touchdowns, a passing touchdown. Romas with 2 receiving touchdowns tonight. Logan Schweinefus with a passing touchdown as well.
Why don't we give a shout out to Calmer Motors, full sales, service, and repairs for your automobile. A Cooper Tire dealer in Calmer. Cooper Tires on sale now. Calmer Motors wishes the South Winn Warriors football team success in their postseason action. Calmer Motors, Highway 52 east of Calmer, and Calmer Manufacturing. For over 120 years, their quality, service, and dependability have helped them succeed in creating prestigious architectural woodwork projects on a global scale. Calmer Manufacturing proudly supports the South Winn Warriors football team in their postseason competition.
HLV leading Elkader Central 36-28 with a minute left in that ball game. Haven't gotten an update on New Hampton and North Fayette lately. As Romus will kick off from right to left to restart the ball game. Last check, it was 24-14. New Hampton leading that one.
Could we have the lights turned off in the end zone, in the west end zone, please?
Here's the approach and the kick. This one going to roll down to Newroth, who bobbles it, picks it up at the 12, bobbles it again, and covers it up at the 15-yard line. 3:34 left, 28-7. South Winn with the lead.
Well, you'd expect Dike New Hartford to go back to the air here, Darren, even though despite the 21-point deficit, obviously they're not going to just lay down and give this one to the Warriors, so definitely expect some more passing out of the Wolverines.
So first down at 10, the 15-yard line, and you really got to hand it for the most part to Dike New Hartford's defense. They kept them in the game tonight, but the Warriors, just like we saw with North Cedar the other night, just kind of wore them down. Left to right goes Dike New Hartford. McCleary throws over the middle, threw it too tall of Nicholson, the tight end, and Schweinefus almost came up with a pick, and it is a second down upcoming. One of the Warrior players injured there on the far side.
Looked like Schweinefus that time maybe was thinking he could get one of those highlight reel hits, Darren, and if he would have followed the path of the ball, probably would have picked that one off, but
nothing hurt.
Nope.
Landers Kaboshik in the injured player. He's to his feet and walking off under his own power, but kind of favoring his left side a little bit. With 3:29 left in this one, 28-7. South Winn with the lead. Ryan Hageman, 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. Jordan Romus, 2 receiving touchdowns. Logan Schweinefus with a passing touchdown as well. McCleary sidearm toss, right side, caught by Newroth. Cutting left, he runs to the 15, gets to the numbers far side to the 20, and Jordan Romus throws him to the sideline at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 6 yards. 3rd and 4 upcoming for Dike New Hartford, trailing 28-7 with 3:18 to play.
Tried the tunnel screen again. The last time they did that, they picked up about 30 yards, but South Winn doing a better job that time, just keeping the route in front and escorting Newroth to the sideline.
St. Edmund has defeated South Central by a 35-13 margin. So St. Ed's will be in the Unidome next Saturday. Warriors looking to join them there. 3rd and 5 from the 21, taking the snap. McCleary with time, throwing over the middle of the field. Ball deflected, intercepted. Logan Schweinefus runs to the 35, to the 30, near sideline to the 20, 15, cuts to his right to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone for a touchdown. There is a flag down on the far side. Logan Schweinefus with the pick 6 pending penalty.
The official that threw the flag was talking to the head referee and almost made a motion like he saw someone throw a punch, Darren.
3rd interception for Logan Schweinefus. All have come here in the playoffs. 3 minutes left in this one, and Mr. Butekoffer will tell us about the penalty here. He'll go over to the South Winn sideline and explain the situation. The flag was thrown during a live ball situation. And it looks like it's going to be on Dike New Hartford. He was probably asking Coach Ort what he wanted to do in that situation. Butekoffer says personal foul, Dike New Hartford, penalty declined, and the pick 6 will count. Logan Schweinefus with the pick 6.
I believe at the end of that signal, he signaled that someone was ejected from the ball game, Darren.
And Butikoffer is talking to Don Betts at the 25-yard line, and if you throw a punch, you're ejected. I mean, it's
pretty clear cut.
Yeah. I don't think
there's a few things that can get you thrown out of a ball game, and that's one that'll do it every single time.
You don't see too many ejections, but frankly, we've seen way too many this year. Reading my officiating letters from the Iowa High School Athletic Association, and we say it all the time, Chris, football is such a game that if you want to get back at somebody, you can do it back. You can do it within the rules, and unfortunately, an unwise decision has been made. Carson Lensing will actually attempt a PAT. The Warriors have only attempted 2 all year. Jordan Romas has attempted them both, and they are 2 for 2. Snap, spot, kick, up, and it is no good. And
South Winn crowd thought it was good.
Things are getting awfully chippy out there. And 34-7 the score with 3:03 remaining in this ball game. Logan Schweinefus with a pick 6 for South Winn. That is their second or their third pick 6 this year. Christian Clave Ben Meyer had the other one. Jordan Romas also had a defensive touchdown on a fumble recovery. And I'll have to double check this since the Warriors are going to win here tonight. I believe this would tie their 2019 for the most wins in school history, because they were 8-1 in the regular season and won 4 of their 5 postseason games. They finished 12-2. 3:03 remaining. Jordan Romas will kick off from right to left. Don't forget, later on tonight, we'll get an interview with Coach Ord up on the KDEC Sports YouTube channel. There's a link to that at KDECradio.net. In the sports page, Romas with a nice boot down to Wheat at the 6, far side hash mark, to the 10, to the 15, gets to the sideline 20, he's to the 25. Logan Schweinefus hits him and brings him down right there. So first down and 10 at the 27-yard line. You mentioned the game's getting chippy right now. Bottom line, the key guys for the Warriors just got to avoid that in this situation, because if you let the emotions control you in this situation, all of a sudden you don't get to dress in the semifinals down at Cedar Falls next Saturday. That's probably a decision you'll ultimately regret.
Yeah, and I mean, in a 27-point ball game with under 3 minutes left, Aaron, you'd hate to see any further incident in a blowout.
Yep. Jacob Moore is going to be the quarterback, but moving early, whereas a couple of guys for Dike New Hartford. 2:54 left. Moore was actually the quarterback in the first meeting between these two teams. He threw for 197 yards and 3 touchdowns in that game.
They threw it, I think, 31 times in that ball game, Darren.
I think a large part of it was the fact that the Warriors shut down their running game so well. Some new faces into the Warrior lineup. Jacob Ling is in for South Winn. Moore throws a right side catch made by Nicholson, brought down in the center of the field at the 28-yard line. Also in the secondary, Alec Quandall. Also in the secondary, Nathan Ward for South Winn. Ryan Hageman leaving the football field for the final time here in Kilmer. Tyler Newman still in at one of the linebackers. Ben Meyer still in the secondary. 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. Moore will take the snap, throwing over the middle through the hands of his intended target, incomplete. Alex Moody, the intended target that last time. Colin Monroe coming in, as well as Anthony Pearson on the defensive line for South Winn, as well as Lee Kipp for South Winn. 3rd and 9 from the 28-yard line. Seniors all kind of coming out at once, and thing of it is, this is the last time they'll play on this field, and getting a well-deserved round of applause from Warrior Nation. 3rd and 9 from the 28. Ball thrown over the middle, and it's intercepted and dropped by Christian Clave near the 45-yard line. Luke Mossman also coming in to get Ben Meyer. And it's 4th and 9 upcoming with 2:12 to play. I believe I got everybody in there. So 4th and 9 from the 28-yard line. 34-7 South Winn. Ryan Hageman, 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. Romas, 2 receiving touchdowns. Schwanefus, 1 touchdown pass and a pick 6. 4th and 9 from the 28. Moore will take the snap, airs it out right side, going for Connor Newroth, and it's knocked away incomplete on a nice defensive play by Blake Hageman.
Yeah, nice play in coverage there. Got his head around and then obviously got the hand in there to break up the pass. So South Winn will get to take over one more time offensively here with just over 2 minutes to go.
North Fayette has scored with 1:11 to play, and they lead New Hampton 26-24.
Wow.
They were down 24-7 in that ball game, and the Warriors are going to call a timeout just to organize things here and get the right personnel on the field. 2:05 to play. Iowa City Regina has defeated Central Decatur 56-14. Again, it's my speculation, just with Westline and Fort Dodge St. Edmund winning on the west side of the state, I would have to say it's Regina and South Winn next Saturday, but
what bigger opportunity could you ask for, Darren?
Exactly. You know what? You're gonna be that's, and it's kind of weird to switch that roles from favorite to underdog, but hey, everyone's expecting Regina to win. You just got to play loose and see what happens. Lee Kippy on the offensive line right now, as well as Alex Kinnan. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Joel Hansen in at quarterback. Pitch goes to Alec Quandall on the right side, and Quandall knocked down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 yards. Also in on the offensive line right now is Colin Monroe. Also in on the offensive line right now is Ryan Dietzenbach. 2nd and 12 from the 30-yard line with 105 seconds to play in this one.
And, to your point, Darren, switching roles from favorite to underdog, and with, probably the expectation around the state that Regina would win that ball game. All the pressure really is on them. For South Winn, like you said, you just get to go out, play fast and loose, and see what you can do.
2nd and 12 from the 30-yard line. Give to Alex Mossman, runs the right side, and he'll get ahead of the 26-yard line. And we should emphasize we're speculating.
We're speculating.
But that's what we do in the sports media biz.
And I know that you and I have had plenty of conversations. We've seen, our share of games, Darren, where one team was expected to win by all the pundits and hasn't taken care of business. So that's why you go out there and play a football game.
And even Josh Christensen of Channel 9 told us at halftime, Regina, probably since the Solon game in week 1, which they lost, probably hasn't seen an offense as dynamic as South Winn, but frankly, a lot of teams in 1A aren't that way. As a high snap goes to Hansen, and Hansen just gets buried back at the 30-yard line, and that's going to be that for this one. So the last game here in Kilmer, here in 2014, and the South Winn Warriors.
And then into the game with the South Winn Warriors, 34. Dike New Hartford Wolverine.
We'll move to the semifinals for the 2nd time in school history. South Winn 34, Dike New Hartford 7. A 14-0 lead for the Warriors at halftime. A 14-0 lead at the end of the 3rd quarter. But South Winn had a lot left in the tank in quarter number 4, and they're moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Darren, it was just a matter of South Winn really just wore Dike New Hartford down throughout the second half of this ball game, and at the the beginning of the fourth quarter, I think we began to see the effects of that. South Winn able to just move the ball pretty much at will during that fourth quarter, putting up 20 points. And coming into the game, if you would have told me it was going to be a 27-point ball game, I probably wouldn't have believed you. But South Winn came out, obviously pitched a shutout in the first half, which sent them well on their way, Darren, to a decisive victory here tonight.
And an impressive one at that, but you really got to, as much credit as you give your offense, you got to credit the Warrior defense, holding Dike New Hartford, a team averaging 36 points a game, to only 7 tonight. And they had their backs up against the wall a few times tonight, but every time in the 3 games we've gotten to see them, Chris, every time that's happened, they've risen to the occasion.
Yeah, and it was a case again tonight, Darren, where the stat sheet is going to show that South Winn did give up some yardage to Dike New Hartford, but again, the more important thing is they held them to 7 points, and when you can do that, you've got a shot against anybody.
34-7, South Winn on to the semifinals. It'll be a week from Saturday at either 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. From a broadcast perspective, there's a lot of factors that are going to go into our coverage of that game. If it's a 10 o'clock game and Iowa kicks off at 2:30, we'll probably pick up the Iowa High School in the Sports Network feed. Chris and I have college football assignments that day. Unfortunately, we won't be covering this Warrior squad, but hopefully we can have something to do on the 21st of November, Chris.
That's absolutely right.
Your final thoughts?
Well, South Winn came out tonight, and the first half and the third quarter, like you said, it was pretty a gritty performance on both sides. Dike New Hartford, you got to give a lot of credit to them. Through 3 quarters of this ball game, they were right there. They just missed a couple opportunities to get themselves back in the ball game. But from South Winn's perspective, they overcame some adversity tonight. The defense held that lead for them until the offense came on late in the ball game, and all in all, it led to a pretty decisive win.
Nice job, Chris, and hopefully we'll have a game to do 2 weeks from today.
You bet.
Many people to thank for making the coverage possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight, like Wilchin Construction, State Bank, Bushman Insurance and Real Estate of Oshin, Luena Savings Bank, Kelmer Motors, Kelmer Manufacturing, and Wicks Construction. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed our coverage of South Winn football tonight. The Warriors fans, we know you enjoyed the outcome. South Winn wins it 34-7. It'll be the semifinals a week from Saturday, and we'll figure out the matchups later on tonight. So for our producer, Paul Wanless, for Chris Wanless, I'm Darren Swenson saying so long from Kelmer. Warriors to the semifinals for the second time in school history. They beat Dike New Hartford 34-7. Thanks for tuning in to FM 100.5 and logging on to KDEC Radio.net.